much, you're too sweet. Ooh, passion from yours truly. Let me know how you feel. Hope I'm not in too deep. Me wa Phoebe, we die forever. Won't be alone forever. Get through the storm together. Ooh, girl, make some room. I know you still, you're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Oh, you're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Boy can't take the eye off you, them girl can't take the eye off you. My mind, yeah, in my mind, oh you. My mind can't take my mind off you, baby. Oh, come be my lady. Oh, give me a baby. Got me talking crazy. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. Skin so smooth like cocoa, we no lose on no dough. Skin so smooth like cocoa, we no lose on no dough. You're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. When you're running out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off, go off, go off, so go off, go off, go off, go off. When you're running out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off, go off, go off, so go off, go off, go off. Told me I'm your anchor, I told you you're my pole. Through the wind and fire we try to hold on. We built this ship together, searching for a home. Despite the storm that hit us, we're still on board. Dancing in the moonlight, the world just stopped and stares. We got no destination, I'll take you anywhere. All the doors we've opened and all the books we've closed. Words just come together, story that we never told. So far it's taken for my own. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, I'll always be your captain. From our failures we have grown. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, I'll always be your captain. I'll be your captain. I'll always be your captain.
Oh, hello there. My name is Fuffy. I'm joined by Nutzy, and today we're going to be leading you through the Cursed Kings versus Purple Iris. This is going to be a fun one. I'm a little bit excited to get into this one, and I'm especially interested in just how even these two teams seem. 14-8 record going up against a 12-10. Here in Advanced, I do believe, is the tier. We're going to be getting into the action soon. It took a little moment, as it often does here. VDC runs on not Eastern time, but VDC time, which is Eastern plus, I don't know, 20-something minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just going to... So yeah, we'll be into the gameplay shortly, but until then, you just get to sit here and chill with us. Chill with me for a little bit until... we're able to pull Nutzy in, because obviously, you know, people have life and are busy sometimes.
I've been here. I'm just waiting for you.
Oh, you're just waiting for my throw?
Yeah,
all
I'm waiting for the
wait.
throw.
Okay, redo. So, Nutzy, what are you expecting going into this matchup?
You know, these are the last two teams that we saw play before the playoffs started, and it's a 1-1 split, actually, with Cursed Kings taking the first map and Purple Iris taking the second, in what I believe was a very close affair. So this should go to a map 3 if that storyline is to be followed. Once again, this is the first appearance from the Cursed Kings in playoffs. I believe they did qualify directly into the semifinals based on their record, so interested to see what they're going to be bringing into this matchup that we had not seen in the regular season.
Yeah, and right now what we see coming into this matchup is obviously Chambers on either side. I'm interested in the fact that we're going to Icebox and there's no sages. I know a lot of the time people say, like, oh, you need sage to be able to plant on certain sites, given how open Icebox is and how difficult it can be to get into these sites. Though it looks like both sides are going to be going for a Viper, so that'll at least get them that area control.
Yeah, I think this current Icebox meta is really interesting. Something that we're going to see pulled out here by Shrug is the Raze, which is not common on this map, at least from what you would normally see. So I know he's done a lot of damage on it in the past, but looking forward to seeing what he can do on it today.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. It's going to be an exciting one. I have been not as around at the start of these seasons, so I'm just starting to sort of learn these teams and learn these storylines going into it, but I know you, as a general manager, are dug deep into the storylines and everything that's going on, and so I'm excited to be able to see this one. These two teams clash, and we'll see whether it'll go. I guess you could say the Cursed Kings are a little bit favored in the fact that they are the ones coming into playoffs with that first round bye, but at the same time it means that Purple Iris have gotten some gameplay in under their belt already.
Yeah, not only that, but again, with that matchup between them being so recent, they've got a lot of really, really solid tape to go over. So I think we may see a lot of counter-stratting here today.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Icebox was the first map that they played last time they matched up as well, so even more great tape there.
All right, well, it's looking like we're just gonna see a group towards, or just a default. They're starting out with a default. I'm not gonna lie, the last game that I casted on Icebox, there was like no defaulting going on. It was group one site, group the other. So I'm kind of glad to see a team decide to take it a little bit slower as they spread out. Froggy wants to jump up and get a little aggressive.
Yeah, right, and how non-ranked it is of the Cursed Kings with an incredible shot right there from Trisente, just taking his head off.
Both the chambers just popping off.
But yeah, it's a very non-ranked move to not just sprint into the A site on this pistol round here. But yeah, like you mentioned, both of the chambers really putting that headhunter to good use.
Now they'll just decide to creep up B main, getting ever so closer. As they do, it'll be this first point of contact, creeping into the site. And it's just a shot fired off and they back up.
Yeah, so it is going to be this full team execute coming in now with the Boombot going through and the Aftershock to defend the plant. And that's a very interesting method of using that Aftershock, actually. Using it in a similar way that you'd see that Barrier Orb used to get that plant down. And now Cursed Kings are just digging into these post-plant positions. It's going to be a hard one for Purple Iris to break back into here.
It is, and it's going to have to start with some good shots. Namonti up close, and that's a double. That is definitely going to kick things off as they're just on the spike instantly. Lenny's going to grab one as well, push forward. Not going to make it two, but Frostbite will get the final. That's a solid retake.
Yeah, an excellent retake there by the Purple Iris. Just, you know, Namonti went in, hit his shots. Trisente was half health there, and no trade available from Shrug is going to secure that round pretty much every time.
All right, and with that one secured, it looks like they're just going to go ahead and save. And as they do go for that save on the side of the Cursed Kings, Purple Iris are looking to get themselves into a good spot.
Yeah, this should be a pretty straightforward round. Only 5 classics coming in from the Cursed Kings, so they can get so much as 1 kill in a bomb plant. They're going to be feeling really good about this round, I think.
Yeah, just going to be hoping for something. Trisente going to be that first point of contact.
Trisente has been one of the stars for this team so far. Favoring this chamber a lot, and he has been able to do a lot of damage, but Froggy's going to find him first.
Yeah, just right over top and right in the head, and that's the one scary thing in that Headhunter. Knocked out of the round, and from here on they can just sort of push up and clean the rest of these eco frags.
I would like to say, I believe last time these two matched up, it was 3 out of the 4 pistol rounds going the way of Purple Iris, and they still were only able to get the 1-1. So Pistol rounds have not played too much of a factor in the past between these two teams, but interested to see how it will end up today with the spike being dropped down by Namonti. Some quick aim.
Wow, those were all like first bullet on the head and then just finish him off. That was clean.
Yeah, that's really how you want your Viper to start, right? 5-0. Viper's Pit is 1 orb away. Topping the server already.
Yeah, that's definitely key, especially if you get close early to that Viper's Pit, then you can make these weaker guns work out, because now they're up against 5 Vandals, and now they come into this round with a weapon disadvantage, though. They're leading, so they can afford to lose this one. But still hoping to win it. I don't know if we'll see some kind of weird play. It looks like they're just sort of spreading out and playing it like normal.
There's only the 2 initiators on this site, so we're going to have to do a lot. That is going to be a good way to start it out. That Fade utility can do so much to delay this, and look, the rotations are already here. Froggy's already playing up towards the Raptor, but will fall. Down to Trisente, and Shrug will find one as well.
This is rough. They were just getting pounded by util after util. Just no way to get in. Drizzy is sort of stuck back there. Lenny finds a duel, but just decides to back up. Not going to take that fight onto Zoro just yet. Now wants to push in. Spots him on the jiggle, and it's a question of how Purple Iris can even get away back in, because Zoro's doubled up and Lenny is concussed and just stuck.
He should be as good as dead here, but Zoro, half HP, could concede a kill here. 10-4 as well if he's not careful. Could get caught with his back turn, but it should be the easy closeout. Flawless round coming in.
Ooh, might just catch a couple in the back. Could just stick this, but doesn't find the spike.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for him. And now he should be as good as dead. Yep, and Mini will close that out.
If the spike was somewhere close by, I feel like there's actually a chance of ninjaing that.
I think it would have been really close, maybe like within a second or so. It would have definitely been scary.
Yeah. But either way, that unconventional plant spot comes back to be a benefit, as there's no way they could defuse after that long, and so we get the first round on the board for the Cursed Kings. Grabbing that one now, we're going to see both teams bot up here, and we're going to see what they can bring on a full gun round.
Yeah, and it is actually Froggy with the operator here, opting to put it onto the jet instead of onto the chamber. Definitely an interesting choice, but Froggy was able to do a lot of damage with it last time, and that paint shell should have done a little bit of damage there. I'm not sure if any was secured.
Ooh, and the boom bot misses a little.
Yeah, they're so deep into this B site already, just off of barely any util. Shrug still has 2 satchels here. And that's a good snake bite as well. It's going to lock this site down for a little bit. The toxic screen goes down just about now. Then Shrug should be able to get one, but the aftershock is going to be perfect. But the bomb hasn't gone down yet, I don't think. And
yeah,
now it's going to be
they're
a fight
struggling
for the
to get in. And all of the rotates have come in, so this is just a fully packed 5-on-5 fight here. And then now it's just being thrown back at him. So much util in the face of the Kings. But yeah, they've escaped. Okay, it's just an instant rotate. They're running, and the only one that can stop them is Namonti.
Oh, but wait for this Viper's Pit. Namonti hears this. He's going to run in. He's going to lock this site down here.
Does he decide to pop it?
The timing, it's not there. He doesn't have time to pop it now. He's just going to opt to play inside of the bubble, but they know he's here. They hear him. This is so scary, and they're not going to get anything off of it.
That's a crucial headshot from 10-4. And now this spike can go down, and Purple Iris have a disadvantage coming into this one. Frostbite up from behind. They're looking for something, but all of these attackers have just grouped up to play this after plant. This should not be doable, as they're just beginning to creep in. It's going to be a duel taken and lost. Frostbite gets one, but that's the only pick they have found as the Cursed Kings tie it up.
Yeah, and I feel like that's such a rough round to lose. I mean, you had your Viper in the perfect position. You had the info, you had the ultimate. I don't know why he wouldn't have popped that Viper's Pit, but even still to get nothing off of that late play is such a shame.
Maybe just worried that it was a fake rotate and they'd have to go back, but at that point, if you're alone, the only way that that round is really won by Purple Iris is if they pop that Viper's Pit right there.
definitely going to be punching themselves after that one, and now it should be them back onto this lighter buy, I think. Not sure that they can still afford rifles, but Cursed Kings are coming in full force. Oh, and Froggy, I think, got dinked through the wall there. But nobody's cleared Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, this is crucial. He just has to hit the shot. No!
That's a heartbreaker yet again.
Rough for Lenny.
Spike planted.
Again, that upper plant. Just covered by the Viper wall.
Poison's off.
Drizzy, Namonti. Yeah, they're wrapping around. This is a good spot. Maybe finds one.
Oh, but now
Frostbite,
the game's
actually.
over. Oh, but he actually finds 2. But it will be shut down very quickly. That got really scary there for a second. We kind of lost track of it, but Drizzy was coming in through screens at the same time 2 of his teammates were on the flank, and there was a chance to pinch there if Drizzy won one of his fights, but
yeah,
just wasn't meant to be. But a solid eco round.
Getting the last 2. It's still good for the eco. Maybe even better if one of those shots in the back was able to connect, but those are often the hardest ones to find as we see the replay of Lenny giving it their all, but unfortunate in that spot. Still, not too bad. As you said, it's a decent eco, and now that they have the buy up again, they can get something off of this, though. Immediately. Concussion and the map control being taken, though. That's an opening pick that could be key.
This is such a scary spot, but they both go down to Trisente, actually, and now the site's cracked wide open again. The tour de force is here, but it's not in position to shut anything down. If they can simply clear this, but I think the Viper went down early.
Spike planted.
Ooh, this tour de force.
Util, it's a tough one, but still this retake with just the operator and the 2 rifles is going to be a challenge.
It's going to be a challenge, but there's a wall down to walk off this spike. They can tap it, and no one can really stop them, though. That's a key ult. Pushing through is Drizzy, and they're covered perfectly by Namonti. That coverage was perfect, and this should be the final kill. No, 10-4 just barely escapes, and that's the perfect spray transfer. So many flashes to stall, and they might have just won this 1v3 all on their own.
Yeah, and I think 10-4's done it. What an incredible spray, and he'll get all 3. What an insane play from 10-4.
Oh my gosh, they backed up at just the perfect timing to dodge the tour de force shot, kill one, basically like a pseudo spray transfer onto the second for that instant headshot, and from there they just play the time. That was immaculate.
I can't believe what I just watched. That was one of the best clutches I've seen in one of these live streams this season. My Vandal doesn't do that. I don't know how his does it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like mine's just... I tried downloading some software from online, but all it said was that the anti-cheat wouldn't work. And
yeah,
so...
I got some weird pop-up called Vanguard. I think it was a virus, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, it is this lower buy yet again from Purple Iris, and they've been playing these well. Lenny Kravitz is in a good spot here, and he will get 1. Oh, but it's actually
Lenny
going to
at
be
least
Shrug
grabbing their kill.
2.
Okay. The Viper's pit, and that's about it.
Yeah, I like you said, I think that is about it. Namonti will answer back with 1, but in a 1v3, the Viper's pit with only a Sheriff, it's a tough ask.
Yeah, but doing damage here is important, or they can decide to save the rifle, though. They'll have money next no matter what. Getting sprayed through, 10-4 the finish. That's still okay. They're always... Everyone in this game, when they're on pistols, I feel like each round is just, that's good. That's what you need, but then the question is, you gotta do better once you're on the rifles, and, I mean, they've got the tools to do it at this point. Purple Iris, after winning those first 2, it's been a streak from the Kings.
Yeah,
we'll see if they get back
run.
into this half.
Definitely scary. The operator is going to come back out from Froggy. It looks like he's going to look to go aggressive here. Getting right on top of pipes. Oh, but this haunt should spot him right out, and yeah, he's got to tuck tail and run. And since that tailwind was burned early, it's going to be, you know, one of those CS:GO style rounds for the Jet.
Yeah, no way to dash back on that one. No escape option. 10-4 catches Drizzy. No way for them to escape. And that pick sort of spreads the forces thin for Purple Iris. They've grouped up a little bit more towards this B site, or towards mid it looks like. One player chilling back towards kitchen, and another creeping up mid. I think that Sky Flash has revealed one.
Spotted out 10-4, but he's got to win this fight.
Face
He
your
won't.
fear!
Frostbite will get the better of him now. And now the mid crunch is off. They're going straight back to the A site, but all of Purple Iris is already almost here. They've given up the site for now, though. Looking like they're going to play retake. And again, an interesting decision, but Namonti will find one.
Shrug trades it back, though. Now from here, it's a worry about how they even get this spike down. And he is planting, but everyone's going down.
Spike down
Only
A.
Froggy left up alive. The spike has dropped, but it's a 2v1. Cursed Kings in a decent spot as long as they can eventually get it down.
Yeah, they don't know that Froggy's going on this wrap. They don't know that they have the bomb available to them, but Tresenta's about to figure it out. But what
no!
an absolute mistake to plant in that
Spike
same
down
spot.
A.
And now Shrug's got to run. He's got to plant safe, and he will be able to get this plant down just about.
Spike
He's
planted.
Gotta be an
cross.
instant shot.
All about the spot that he chooses. Will escape. Two duelists back in this clutch. It should be Shrugs around, but he pulls out the utility, and now the Blade Storm is out, and he'll get it.
At least they tried.
I was gonna say that he had the Blade Storm on there. He could have pulled it and sort of as a panic option does so, and that's definitely worth it to use that ult to win out that clutch and get Purple Iris back on the board.
What a crazy clutch yet again. This match is already proving to be everything we could have asked for. I mean, Shrug just barely got caught out with the satchel in his hand. Thought that Froggy may try to half the bomb there, not knowing Shrug's position. Tried to knock him off, but in that moment, it just provided enough time to whip out the blades and to get that kill. And that could be the momentum swing for Purple Iris to really get back into this one.
It definitely could, though. We talked about and we praised the defaults coming out, but now they just want a full exec running all the way up. Viper's Pit used on A is going to basically be useless because they're just running it into B. Zoro, that first contact. The ult's coming out. That is going to push him even further back, and a plant is definitely possible here on the site.
Oh, Lenny Kravitz gets two with the Guardian.
Wow. Was that through the wall? No
I think
way.
it was. That's insane if it was.
Lenny doesn't need to see him to kill him. That's the strategy. The problem was that Lenny could see them when he had that flank with the sheriff. He just needed to not be able to see him, and then he gets it.
Yeah, right? Spotted out on the haunt now, Frostbite. It's in a really tough
How
spot.
did the Cursed
Blocked out
Kings
by
get back
so
into
much
this
util.
one?
Downwind.
Oh, well, they're going to give him the fights, but...
Ooh. After Lenny got that double, I started memeing about it because I was like, oh, okay, Purple Iris in an advantage, they can retake this one, and then suddenly all the picks just went the other way.
Yeah, that got so scary for a second, especially offering him up 2 1v1s there. Man. I don't know, man. That could have gotten really scary yet again.
Definitely could have. Now, there shouldn't be too much of a scare for the Kings as they're up against this light buy.
Let's play.
Now they've decided to go to A.
Yeah, and they're feeling
Maybe
pretty
the-
good. They've already tied up the half at the very least.
Froggy up close. That's a good dink, but not going to get the kill. Monty looking to just use that snake bite to slow him down, but they're not stopping at all. Mini another pick. We're going to go ahead and plant this spike up top, and from here there's just 3 more Purple Iris members to clean up that are coming in from that defender spawn side. Just running it straight up and getting gunned down.
Man, Zoro's been on one. I feel like every time they're in one of these post plants, he's just finding 1, 2, sometimes more.
Interesting note about Zoro I have on my team info sheet. They are a shot caller with over 500 hours in Brawlhalla.
Now that's pretty impressive.
So the fragging IGL, turning those Brawlhalla skills into Valorant kills right here.
I mean, name a better game that translates over to Valorant than Brawlhalla.
I don't know,
couldn't.
Minecraft maybe?
Yeah, I think so. All those days in Minecraft Hunger Games has been training these guys.
Alright, well, another opening pick. Cursed Kings, they're having a great half so far.
Yeah, and you know, one thing to know about these guys is they have fun. They are here, they are winning, and they are loving it. As far as teams go, they've been like a well-oiled machine this whole season. Purple Iris not too far behind him. I know these guys have been really gelling solid as a team, but right now on this half, gonna have to do more than just gel. So all these ultimates are coming out. So many people in the site, but no frags yet, and that's gonna be a whiff shot from 10-4.
Yeah, that gives him an avenue back in. From here, the Cursed Kings are just resetting. They're looping all the way around, though. There's a player waiting to greet them for Purple Iris. Lenny chilling all the way back. The Guardian again. Will they get a 2K this time? Well, that Viper's Pit might actually help him. We said Lenny does better when he can't see him, and yeah. That headshot and Drizzy helping out to add in another shrug caught in the side, and Purple Iris. Right at the end of this half, they could pull things back to nearly even.
Yeah, a 7-5 half would be a huge sigh of relief coming in here from the Purple Iris. It's exactly what they need to get back into this.
Yeah, and you said the pistols mostly went the way of Purple Iris last time these two teams faced, which means that, I mean, in this next half, if they get that pistol, then anything's on the table.
Absolutely. Should be right back evened up if they can do it either way. I mean, you'd like to think. You never know. Those classic, as far as a free gun goes, pretty strong.
That's pretty good. It's not bad at all. Shrugs come up a little bit close here. Looking if they can find somebody over-aggressing, but no one's gonna push too far in. Spam into mid, and it looks like Cursed Kings just want to take mid, and that's exactly what they'll do. 2 picks. Drizzy answers back with one of their own.
Oh, and he's gonna
just
pull up
forced to back up
here. Why
Yeah,
not? I
no
mean, if you
tour de
got it.
force out, you might as well. No reason not to in this round. Perhaps thinking about going through this wall, instead just decides to back up, but the paint shells will force them away. Good damage, but the one-shot kill doesn't really matter how lit they are.
Yeah, and you'd think this is going to be a Cursed Kings round all day. I mean, nobody's on the flank. Looks like Minnie's running back towards mid to play for some sort of lineup or to get a late push here. Should be their round unless some kind of miracle can
Last
come
player
through.
standing.
And now just a 1v3 with the Tour de Force. Does have a rifle, but it's not going to matter.
No. That's a good attempt there on the retake, but their own Viper's wall trying to get that spike so that they can tap onto it. The spike was like partially inside of the wall, and so there's really only one spot to tap from, getting spammed down a little bit even when they did so. And just none of the kills they were able to get. You noted that there was no flank, and so they were all just sort of stuck pushing into a Cursed King side that was just holding it down really well.
Oh, look at these highlights. Now this.
Look at these highlights.
This
Grabbing
is
that
quality.
one. This is 10-4. Oh, that spray, seeing it back is just crazy.
Yeah, it's really, it was really kind of gross.
Teleport's ready.
I won't even lie.
They
We are
should
going to
give
get back
up
into
now.
some pistol round action here. Percente is playing the same elevated angle that we saw Froggy play on their own pistol. Will he be able to find one off of it? The Haunt will spot him out. He's going to stick through it, try and get the shot. That's a really bold move right there to do something like that.
Yeah,
It
very,
is looking
very.
like this A rush here. One snakebite committed already from the defending side.
Tap the ult orc and then decide to scoop that one up as Drizzy, as it's basically everyone here, and they're all realizing, wait, if everyone's here, we might as well try to back up, and so that's what Purple Iris are doing. The Cursed Kings seem to have realized this and spread out their forces as well. And now it's just a question of this duel towards whichever side they decide to go to, which is right now looking like a mid group.
Should get first contact towards mid here in a second. Mini is going to find a lot of information and is just going to play his life. Now 10-4 is just going to get run down, but Zoro will answer back with one of his own onto Frostbite.
Yeah, it's a good opening from Froggy, and they're just going to continue all the way into the backlines now as they begin to creep
Spike
around.
planted.
The spike can't go down.
Zoro finds
just-
one, but Froggy's in such a powerful position here. Hasn't revealed his spot yet. Curse King's very low, and there's the reveal. Zoro with
only
3,
one.
actually. Now a 2v2. Sente firing off those
Enemy
headhunter
remaining.
shots, and this should be the end right here.
Yeah, Zoro's
Zoro's
so
just-
lit. Should not be
Shot
able to do
available.
much. Wrapping around and finished. There it is. Purple Iris. That's a pistol round they definitely needed.
Yeah, another close one from Curse Kings there, but Namonte's just been a pistol demon so far, man. I don't know what to say. And Froggy getting 2 there was huge. Slow start from him, but definitely having his impact on those critical rounds. It's going to be this A-site group up yet again. Purple Iris having the stronger buy here. Should just choose to go fast with this. Looks like some early lineups coming in. The Haunt is going to clear out that top part of Belt. So they know there's no early aggression, and now with all the util flooding in, Curse King should know that this is going to be a fast hit. Faultline's going to come in through mid as a lot of these players are just grouping up. Oh, but Tricente's actually going to find one onto Frostbite. A phenomenal shot from him. And Mini with the shorty. They're not going to clear him.
Oh, Froggy has to be a hero, and exactly what is required of them. A 4th on the board. And these last 2 Purple Iris players just have to finish what Froggy started.
But Lenny's low. There's
Spike
actually a route for
planted.
Zoro to win this round here. He's wrapped around. They don't know. It should be a free one, but it's not going to be. Oh, man. That could have gotten so scary. 4 health onto Lenny, and that is a huge loss to the economy of Purple Iris, actually. So they're going to have to reinvest a little bit into this round. If they're able to keep it clean here, then...
I might like to see another set piece come out for him, given the fact that they're really not going to have a lot to play with. Maybe they can instead say, Drizzy, you go ahead and try to find that opening take on the op, but otherwise they're in a really rough spot.
Get out of my way.
Actually, they're saving some money on some of these players, keeping 2K up and just saying, well, maybe we just have to buy next round.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty common sentiment these days, but Drizzy on that operator, I know we thought they were gonna save as much as they could, but he's making it ring. And Shrug's actually gonna get caught out as well. They didn't know Froggy was in this position. Now a devastating loss. 2 early frags conceded. This Tricente's just gonna see the float.
Oh, and teleports back into it. Oh no. Froggy's gotten a double, and Purple Iris. They say, yeah, we'll save some money, but we'll win the round
planted.
anyways.
Yeah, bit of
10-4.
Player
misplay.
standing.
Yeah, 10-4 is in an okay spot, but headshot from Lenny Kravitz will deal with them, and Mini may look to do damage, but no more will be allowed. Frostbite finishes there, and one more round, and we're tied up. Purple Iris, their attacking side has started to get hot.
Yeah, that's not the kind of round that you want to lose. It's really not. It's a scary place to lose that bonus. Knowing that you're going to be conceding, basically, the next round on this low economy. And it's going to be all back even. It's going to be a minute before the next rifle round comes in, and that's going to be the real critical round.
Oh, look at those little penguins. So cute.
Shout out to our observers as we get right back into the action here. It's going to be another one of these fast hits. Worked out for them last time, and they are actually going to commit the Nightfall here. Not sure who that was from. I think that was from Zoro, actually.
Yeah. Just a dash right back to get out of there. Every single defender has now rotated. Do they call this off, or do they just go straight for it? They're still grouped up. Now they're calling it off. Get out of here, everybody. It's a little too scary to try to just hit straight up into this site.
Yeah, that was a lot of utility committed there by the Curse Kings, and since it was all baited out so cleanly, they're just gonna get right out of there, and Drizzy is gonna find that opening pick again as that operator continues to ring strong.
Yeah, not really much a headhunter can do when the operator can just shoot you once in the body. In the meanwhile, they're not too worried about all the util that they used on that site exec that
seconds
went
left.
wrong, because if they just wrap back around, this B site is so many long angles that their rifles are perfectly set to win all these duels.
Shrug may be able to find one here, and he will.
Ooh. Crispy shot. Not so crispy onto Froggy, though. Labored and doesn't get that one. Zoro in the same spot. Now just looking to back up. Drops down such low HP that... yeah, maybe another pick would go a long way to damaging this economy, but... otherwise, the Cursed Kings have resigned the fact that they probably won't win this retake.
May just try to find this rifle on the exit. Not sure that it'll get away.
Last player
He
standing.
will not.
Unable.
Just barely able to get around the corner. Mini actually found the operator.
That's good.
That's huge. And two players
went down.
died on the spike. This has actually turned out to be an insane round for Curse Kings, completely by accident.
Yeah, and now at this point, Cursed Kings, the score lines tie up, and this is where they just gotta say, all right, enough monkeying around. We can go ahead and do this, because they are in the perfect spot, given how many players Purple Iris lost, and the fact that they recovered that operator.
I actually don't think they would have been able to afford the operator if it wasn't for picking it up. I'm not sure why Purple Iris wouldn't have gone to
You want to
recover
play?
it,
Let's
going up against the
play.
lower buy.
I guess just because they have that tour de force to decide to pull out Crescente. Gonna just back up and avoid that one. Now
want
goes to
them-
peek out.
Doesn't want to let them know that the op is here. They don't know that he's got it yet.
Yeah. Smart to decide not to pull the trigger. In the meanwhile, it's a group towards A. Defensive Viper Wall in
Oh, that's a
place,
huge
but
kill.
Zoro
Down A.
just gets that opening. Froggy has traded it back, and Froggy's gotten a second instant headshot onto Mini, while Frostbite headshots 10-4. Purple Iris are into this one. These last two Cursed Kings players, I'm not sure what all they can even get out of this retake, barring an overpeak into the tour de force that is still up.
Yeah, this is so scary now. This paint shell should be good onto Froggy. I think it should get a little bit of damage, but no frag. Did secure just a bit, but Drizzy is going to lock that down, and now I think it's going to be another save for this operator. But-
Excuse me. I mentioned tour de force, but it was on the side of the Iris. And meanwhile, Cursed Kings, they had that operator, so maybe saving was the right option. That being said,
I think he was trying to get out there, but wasn't expecting the
Yeah.
flank.
there's not a lot of rounds to play with, so if you save too much in a game like this that's so close, you're gonna end up sort of wishing, regretting, what if we went for it, even though the percentages are so low on a retake like that.
Yeah, now I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this ultimate economy here. They have two ults. One of them has already been popped. That's the Tour de Force on Trisente. There is a Viper's Pit available from Mini. Unsure if he will use it here on this lower buy round, unless he's given an opening. Drizzy, speaking of openings, looking to find another one on this operator. What an insane shot!
Great adjustment, just catching Mini out on that fight, and then instantly snaps back. And this opening means that they've gotten some space. Froggy's gonna go ahead and drop that smoke.
I've
The
got
second
your
one
trail.
as well, and just creep up around it. They're all the way back and out of kitchen.
Yeah, and this is a game-winning move here by Froggy. A round-winning move at least.
Spike
No way that
down
they can
B.
clear his position here. They don't know oh my god, what is it called? What is Chamber Strip called? My mind is blanking. But that thing.
The thing that they nerfed for some reason.
Yeah, that thing.
Froggy's gonna get one in the back.
Oh,
Shrug
it's
still
a
got
1v1.
one though.
B.
And yeah, we're into a 1v1. That
There's a
was a
showstopper
lot
here.
of good picks. The ops doing a
I got
lot
one.
for each of
30
these. Spike
seconds
picked
left.
up a dash back. They're gonna go ahead and plant, and we'll
Spike
see if the
planted.
party comes out right now. Shrug just playing with that op. Uses the paint shells to force him back and gonna push up. A raise alive means that there's no real way for them to stick this spike, but they can at least tap it to draw out some kind of pressure. Yeah, it would be a tough adjustment to hit with the operator, so they swap to the Vandal. Player up top, are they ready?
Oh.
No. Froggy with the finish, and Froggy had that play into the back lines and is able to secure it at the end, showing they can do it all, opening and closing rounds. It's Purple Iris, they have now really solidified this comeback.
Yeah, high pressure scenario there for Shrug in that 1v1. Looks like he was just made the wrong call on that on the use of that utility. He was thinking that they were gonna tap the spike, and in fact it was a full stick, and HLs didn't come out in time, wasn't able to force them off. The round fell from there. But now Sente has reinvested into this operator. The Curse Kings have been doing a lot with it, but they've allowed a 6-round run off the start of this defensive side. They're going to need some momentum soon. That's going to be the Viper's Pit popped, and a great decision to do it as well. Froggy is up above, and I don't know that they've spotted him out. Playing such a tough position, and Zoro's cleared him.
Froggy's just gone all the way past. Behind Froggy! How are you in these positions?
Oh, but Shrug's answered back
though.
with 2, actually, and now it's going to be another save here, I think, off this
Spike
operator.
planted.
Maybe they'll think about it, but yeah, how do you get back into this with another Viper's Pit up?
Yeah, there's really no way, right? Let's maybe fire a couple pot shots, but yeah, and this will be the back off, and I think Curse Kings may want to think about calling a timeout here.
Yeah, they need to figure out something, because their sight holds look okay until Froggy just slips through, finds a little timing, and makes a lot of chaos off of the back of those openings, those entries. They are just going to go ahead and get this one. Purple Iris, one away from match point, while the Cursed Kings, they've gotten really nothing in this half.
Yeah, they've gotten exactly nothing in this half. Not a single round so far. And yeah, here comes the timeout.
Alright, I expect some beautiful free cam work for this timeout. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's beautiful. It's glorious. It's amazing.
I can't imagine anything better. But yeah, I think if you're Curse Kings here, you've got to deal with Froggy, man. He's just slipping into every single crack that he possibly can get into.
Yeah, perhaps they have some way to just try to lock this down. Maybe, I don't know if the answer for them, because there's 2 ways to go about this. Either you just try to get stronger setups and punish Froggy when they come forwards, or you back up even further and you say, alright Froggy, you want to come all the way towards defender's spawn? Well, when you do, there'll be some, like, person just chilling, an agent chilling in a rat angle ready to deal with you. But either way, they gotta get something, because if not, they'll just keep getting picked apart.
Yeah, and anxious to see what their response will be. It is going to be a bit more of a full purchase. They're going to force up behind this operator. They do have max loss. Looks like maybe Mini, maybe the only one without a gun here.
All set up.
Sente's gonna have to do a lot, and it looks like it's gonna be another default coming in for Purple Iris. The early haunt should come in, clear him out. At a much slower pace than what we've seen before. Two players are throwing down.
Here. Froggy's looking for a pick, looking for another opening. Zoro gets found out. That is going to be real rough, and it's exactly what happens. Froggy gonna go ahead and pop that dash, ready to use whenever they need, as they are just sprinting into this site. A dash all the way, and again towards defender spawn is Froggy, ready to mop up anyone not ready, and yeah, Shrug isn't looking. That's a second one on the board. Froggy has done everything for Purple Iris in this one.
Now I think you might have to save already. They know Froggy's here, they're gonna have to deal with them, and they finally will.
That's how you do it.
Now an avenue back in. They have a Rolling Thunder to work with. There should be a route back in to this retake. Can they make it work? They have not been able to a single time yet.
Oh, the
That's
Rolling
actually
Thunder
gonna
pushes them
pop
out.
it right back up, and that's perfect. They should be able to get the bomb halved here comfortably, but a missed shot from Trisente is going to mean everything, and that's going to be the bomb ticking far too low.
If Trisente hits that one onto Namonti, Namonti doesn't get that kill.
Match
And
point.
then everything is possible, but just unfortunate on that miss. Such a high-pressure situation. I wouldn't say that's a shot you're expected to hit, but it's the kind of thing you've got to do because, I mean, Froggy's hitting those shots.
Yeah, Froggy's hitting a lot of shots, 22, 16, and 4 on this Jet, topping the server by far.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cursed Kings, they have 3 players that are fragging well, but no one up to that level.
Let's play.
I think either someone steps up to that level or they're just gonna peter out in this one. Cursed Kings.
Zoro finally gets
chilling
something
in
on
there.
one of these holds.
I like this aggressive play that they've gone for, just pushing all the way up A.
Yeah, I mean, try and hit it with a mix-up. It could be the very last round of play, so gotta try something that you haven't done already, especially on this lower buy. Looks like they may be suspecting this.
They need a good timing or a great shot. Trisente! Chamber diff on that one. And Lenny Kravitz runs out of ammo before they can get more than one. Cursed Kings, this is the best shot they have had in this 4v2 retake. Namonti gonna push up towards mid. Trying to get close into a bit of an off angle.
Player
But
standing.
Shrug peeks on forward and headshots him down. Only Frostbite left, and as they're going up and behind, this spike can begin to get diffused.
Yeah, not really in a great spot for him to try and deal with this defusal, and exactly that. Shrug's gonna find 3 on the round, and finally a round on the defense for Cursed Kings.
Finally, perhaps Shrug with that 3K will be the one to step up. I know they were struggling a little bit at the beginning of this game, at least fragging wise, but they've begun to pick it up, and in the rounds that Cursed King have been winning or making it close, it's been Shrug to get a lot of those multis.
He does have the showstopper online now, so hopefully he will get an opportunity to use it. That's another one of these ultimates that can really just secure a round.
I think Cursed Kings, I want them to bring in more of these weird plays, just some kind of map control that they're able to gain together or something, which is exactly what they're doing here. Close towards B, though. Drizzy has punished them for that one. Saying it because this
Shrug
default play
already on the
for
flank.
the half isn't working. Yeah, Shrug's at least taken up the control, but in the meanwhile, everyone is going down. Only 2 Cursed Kings remaining to attempt a 2v5 to keep them in this.
We'll find a free one.
Poison's off.
2v4 here. Is it too much to ask? And oh, that timing by Mini. He's not going to know that Froggy's right there, but it doesn't matter. And now they've got a paint shells, and they've got a showstopper
one.
to deal with, and Mini's got a double. Mini is going to creep up into a tough position to deal with, but Shrug's going to find another one. He's in the 1v1. He knows exactly where this player is. There's not too much time. He's going to have to tap the spike. Can he predict this flank?
Oh, he's going for
He's
half.
not going to be able to!
Oh!
And Lenny Kravitz is going to
Attackers
shut
win.
this down. An insane attempt
they
at the
lost.
2v5 retake is going to
This
fall
is the
short.
way of things.
Just at the end, such a good attempt from them, but it's not going to work out. The comeback comes to fruition.
Yeah, and what an insane comeback it was, stringing together, what, I think 8 rounds in a row on that attacker's side, only failing 1 round and securing it in a half that likely would have been 11-1, maybe 9-3 at most if it were to go the distance, but there's still another map left, and maybe another one after that, so let's see how Cursed Kings are going to answer back in the next one.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see that after we throw to a quick break. I'm excited to see more Froggy gameplay, and we'll be right back on map 2 real soon.
Dim guy, don't got nothing on you, don't got nothing on you. My heart is ready for something I have been had in a long time. True love crime, I hope you know that it may hurt for a while. Let's slow down, slow down. I can see behind that broken smile. Nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa on duty. Not too much or too sweet. Ooh, passion from your truly. Let me know how you feel. Hope I'm not in too deep. We were Phoebe, we just fever. Won't be alone forever. Get through the storm together. Ooh, girl, make some moon. I know you still, you're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Oh, you're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Boy can't take the eye off you, him girl can't take the eye off you. My mind, yeah, in my mind, oh you. My mind can't take my mind off you, baby. Come be my lady, give me a baby.
Enemy
Got me
remaining.
talking crazy. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. Skin so smooth like cocoa, we no lose on no door. Skin so smooth like cocoa, we no lose on no door. You're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread.
Watch me as I go, now I'm taking flight. Find me in the city, never sleep at night. All around the town, see my name in the lights. I was born, I was born, I was born to perform. All across the world, hear them call my name. They're rushing to the front whenever I'm on stage. I used to be a player, now I run that game. I was born, I was born, I was born to perform.
Hey, we're back. That was a banger of a first game, and we've got more coming. It was Purple Iris to take that first one, and in a pretty strong comeback as well.
Yeah, they went down early in the first half, 8-4, and then were able to rally back and string together 8 rounds in a row, able to close it out 13-9, which is a strong scoreline in any matchup, but especially when you start out 8-4. And it looks like we are
I'm
going to be
glad
hopping
we have
into
Froggy
Ascent
back
here.
on the jet.
Oh, nothing better than a little bit of Froggy jet action. So we are going to be heading over to the floating city of Ascent, as my former casting partner Mechatronic would always say back in the day. He's going to be a pretty standard lineup here. Actually, no Killjoy coming out from the Cursed Kings, which is an interesting take, opting for that Breach instead. Also, going to be running the Brimstone on Ascent, which is not something you see very often, but is
Interesting.
definitely a viable strategy.
I was a big Omen fan because Sean Gares got me on the Omen hype train like a long time ago. And then Omen became good and then they nerfed Omen. But
And
now
Omen's-
actually back into this as a strong smoker that is going to be picked up by Purple Iris.
Oh, it's because he's
Versus the
purple,
Brim.
obviously.
Okay, you know what? Actually, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, of course. And Brim's definitely cursed. And a king.
Molly! Shout out, Brim.
Yeah, I remember way back in the day watching Nitro play Omen, which is such an old sentence now.
Such a boomer sentence. Oh my
Dude.
gosh.
All the real ones in the chat remember when Nitro played Omen, and now all he does is lose.
Okay, he was performing really well. I watched that Liquid game, that CS game, and he was actually doing well. It was like, damn, Nitro still really good, even coming back from Valorant.
And you know what's crazy is if anybody in this match gets more than 2 kills, or more than 1 kill in the half, then they will have done better than Yakindar in their last matchup. So, hoping to see that. Maybe we can get one of these players to fill in at Cologne.
Maybe. I think one of these rosters would be pretty great. I think it would be hilarious if we ever saw a stand-in just like reach across games.
I feel like that could happen. Like, that's not the least likely
Definitely
thing.
could. I mean,
See,
one
like-
could argue
well, I mean,
Shroud. who's
yeah,
now-
I was gonna
yeah.
say Shroud playing on Sentinels.
Oh, that timing was rough for Descente. Not able to get that shot, but easily able to back up. Instantly smoked off, though, and they're just gonna dip and dive into sight as the exec is coming in.
Sente actually worked his way
Spike
into the
down,
site as
B.
well. He will get one, but will fall shortly after, so it's going to be a 4v4 retake. Looks like 10-4 is playing very close up, and will find the right click onto Froggy. Finally catching out his aggression after map 1. Kenny actually on this Brim Frenzy, which is so off-meta, and I love it. But they are going to be
off-meta, but it works.
swarming into this retake, and it's going to be so
Oh.
clean.
Oh, Zoro getting a double.
Yeah, already doing as well on the defense on Ascent as they were on Icebox, so that's the kind of start that you want. Definitely Ascent, one of those maps where it's a lot easier to defend than attack, at least I think.
Yeah, the last game that I watched, it was an 8-5 half, and then, or an 8-4, excuse me. I don't know why I said 5. I can't do math right now. An 8-4 half, and then a 9-3 rebuttal, and so it just barely ended. But it was just both defenders sided, either way.
Yeah, it's really just those choke points are so brutal to have to force your way through. No matter where you're going on the map, you have to go through at least one of them. And it's going to be this full save here from Purple Iris. And actually, now that I mention it, Cursed King's finally picking up a pistol round.
Oh, hey. Got one on the board.
And I think this is, yeah, Minnie's got the judge here. And they could just walk right into this trap and let him collect these ultimate points. And there's a very solid chance of that happening. Backing up just a tad.
Yeah, the
Looks like they're
reposition.
This
If
drone's
this
gonna
drone
come
finds
in.
him, it'll be rough.
Oh, but it's
But
not
it looks
going
the
to.
wrong way.
Oh, this is actually huge now. Are they going to force their way through the smoke? And they
they know now.
Oh, but he actually only finds one so far. A lot of unconfirmed damage, and the spray is going to come through. Some more unconfirmed damage, but that's going to be it.
This is how A-site works. You get smoked off, bunch of spam through the smoke, and you give up.
Wow, I hate this game. But definitely a good call here to kind of, tuck their tail and run.
They got all the rotates, and mid was actually dropped by the Cursed Kings. Now they actually come back into it, and Drizzy's gotten one within that smoke, pushes through to get a second. Drizzy with that double into Monty onto another.
Oh, what a shot!
Dangerous, but straight through the wall.
Oh, they're not ready.
Struggled with
They're
a
not
beautiful
ready.
shot, a beautiful finish, and
Outstanding. 10
Drizzy
seconds
unable
left.
to finish on that one, so we're left into a 1v1. Frostbite, though, picked up that judge, and that is perfect.
That's
Just
a
chasing
heartbreaker.
him down and finishes it off. Purple Iris answer right back on the classic round.
Yeah, just being able to hide in the smoke with that classic was kind of a round ender. Picking up the weapon and then being able to transition that into another kill was just the spiral they needed. And then after that, they were able to just kind of death train through the B site. And picking up that one frag on the anchor was all they needed.
I like the existentialism in the YouTube chat right now. Someone said, I'm so tired of being alone. Someone else responded, who are you? I'm no one. Who are any of us, really? Are we even real?
This is why you don't stream on YouTube, because you get things like that. In
Shout
Twitch
out
chat,
to the chat. In Twitch chat, you just get a bunch of Pog champs and wide people happies.
you know what? If you're in the Twitch chat right now, let's get going. I want to see us spam those wings to help Curse Kings.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Been working on that in the marketing department.
No, I think that one came about naturally. They were spamming it all the way
Nice.
through last time these guys played. Curse Kings were trying
go.
to keep some people out of playoffs, but looks like their worst nightmares come true. The people that they were trying to keep out of playoffs may be the ones to knock them out of the playoffs, and now we've got content.
Now this is beautiful. Who are we really? Dang, Jet. Looking good. Did your makeup today? Looking clean.
A wise man once said, "Now this is pod racing." Oh, yeah, so we do have a bit of a tech pause coming in. Looks like there's some sort of issue going on. Get word to you guys if we get any updates.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Everybody's just chilling. Let's all go ahead and make fun of Mechatronic for just flying into a wall right there.
Oh, we missed our shot. Speaking of missing shots, we are getting back into this full save round for the Curse Kings, as they were not able to convert that force-up after the bonus. And Frostbite's just gonna send Tricente's body flying across the map.
Send it right back. Instant delivery through that TP.
That's brutal. They gotta have a name. That's gotta be like a return to sender or something.
Yeah.
Deploying drone.
Gotta give him like an achievement for that.
And
I know the TF2 achievement, return to sender.
Oh, that's funny. Zoro will actually find one, but will be quickly traded back out of that swing from Market.
Yeah, and they've got the B site. They can just get this spike down, and they're gonna be glad for that. That they're now in a spot that they probably won't get pistol rounded back. I think the real problem is that sheriffs and things have been purchased. When obviously
None
it's the
here.
classics that do the best work.
Oh yeah, 100%. Actually, there could be a free one, maybe two, on the table for Mini.
Oh.
10-4 found one as well.
One
and
enemy
now this
remaining.
player's low.
Oh,
This
10-4 has
player's
another. It's the
very low.
classics.
What in the world are we watching?
No, what?
That was a 2v4 classic-only retake.
It's the classics
in
that
the
do the best
world?
work. Drop the sheriff so we don't need him. Classics, baby, and they eco him right back. Another thrifty.
I'm speechless. There's no way that nobody is watching B main. They have a chamber.
I
Do
don't.
they?
They
They actually don't have a chamber. I'm a liar, but they do have a killjoy, which is a better chamber
here.
for watching the flank.
I don't know what was happening there.
I don't think
This is
anybody did.
chaos. All right, one-way smoke. Gonna block him off. Gonna reveal with that Sova dart. Now they know exactly what's going on over here.
He's in a really
He's
scary
tucked into the
spot
corner.
here. If he gets hit by a guiding light or something, it could be very scary, but instead it's just going to be the Spectres, and now this is the go signal getting into this
All
site.
right,
And Trizay
how many do you think
actually-
Drizzy gets here? They have the classic.
Oh, they're getting all 5. They're actually gonna they're gonna force a Sage onto this server, make them res, and get all 5.
Bomb grenade out.
Lenny Kravitz is actually finding one on the Sheriff as well. Could it be the pistols yet again? And now with the lockdown,
That
this
lockdown.
is so scary.
Oh, it's getting
is,
ulted though.
Yeah, it is going to be the Hunter's
Last
Fury.
player standing.
Destroy that lockdown and find one. And Trisente finally putting an end to the madness, but Froggy still had the best weapon
Okay.
in the game for a moment.
We stop going back and forth on these ecos, and instead we stabilize the Cursed Kings at 3. Got the first real advantage on this one though. Purple Iris will have a buyback. The chaos, it settles down.
That was... I don't even know what's going on, man. I don't know if I can handle another map of this. Potentially another map of this. And it looks like they were thinking about going for some sort of set piece there, but instead I think it's going to be a bit more of standard
Right there.
defense here coming up from the Cursed Kings. In fact, it will be... Oh, actually, who knows? Maybe they will go for some kind of play here.
Perhaps. We just have the ult prepped on 10-4, but no one's coming there. Instead, everybody's grouping up to look for a pick here on B. Frostbite with the shoulder peek sees nothing and instead decides to turn this towards middle, where Crescente is holding, takes the shot, and just backs up.
That is mid conceded here. Crescente is just going to eat that dart. Luckily, no Hunter's Fury to be afraid of, but Shrug wants them to come towards mid, daring them to walk into his crosshair, but nothing's
Does have
going to
the
connect.
dash. Not gonna hit it.
I think he knows he got a little bit there. 10-4.
10-4's been holding ult.
Oh no, 10-4,
no,
your
he doesn't
timing.
know.
And Froggy's
Classic
done
Froggy.
it again.
That was, I mean, just, this is art. This is just a work of art right here for Froggy as they get a second one. Mini finally gonna shut him down, but Froggy's gotten the advantage, and the Cursed Kings on the back foot, looking for something in this retake here at Heaven.
Oh, and that's going to be from the shadows to gain that info. There is an orbital strike here available, and they're going to flush out Sky, but they don't know where she's going off to. 2 players playing towards main. One
Good
is
shot.
collected.
Lenny's flank.
Like, could be everything, and Frostbite's position is just going to close out that round. So it turns out the orbital strike may have actually been the worst option there. Force the player right into the place they would win the round from.
Alright. Now that they grab this one, it's just continuing the back and forth nature of this game. Purple Iris closed that one off the back of an opening and a second from Froggy. And from here, they're looking to push back this economy of Cursed Kings, who still do have another buy up. They're just gonna pop that immediately and sprint on in to take A main and keep going. A dash up, they're in their face though in the meanwhile. Frostbite's won that duel onto Mini there in mid. And the rest of them are just going towards B. One person to defend is Crescente, and that's a good opening.
Away a lot, but Frostbite, the Seeker, is just going to get in the way of Presente's aim. Shock dots are going to come in.
Planted.
Now we're back into the 3v4 retake. The retakes have been strong on this site so far, but once again, they were dealing with just pistols. Or in fact, they were
Yeah.
using just pistols.
There
Let's
has
see
to
if
be
they can
something
replicate
given
that.
away. And I don't think the Purple Iris want to give anything. They've backed up. This time they are actually watching the flank.
Frostbite is going to find a third on the round. Now it's just Trizay
Last
back in this
player
boathouse. He can get cleared out. There may be an opportunity to stick, but no. Hunter's Fury was there as insurance as well.
They gave it
We're
their
all
all,
evened
but
up.
Yeah, nothing they could really do on that one, and so Purple Iris even things up again. This game has just been back and forth, and it's so tough for either of these teams to just stabilize here. The money for the Cursed Kings, we'll see how it is. I believe they may have a bye, though. They've purchased up 2 rounds in a row despite losing, so they may also just be completely out of credits and down in the dumps.
This is going to be one of those critical rounds again. Cursed Kings can pull something out of their hat here. It could be another one of those massive swing rounds.
Definitely
We've
could be.
Seen him do it on a war spy.
Yeah.
10-4
has a good spot. I feel like they should just call A clear and stack somewhere else because, I mean, 10-4 just has all the info.
Actually, this double
Being said,
oh, and Zoro's dead to this dog.
ooh, it's good that they've stayed here. Able to get that one.
Oh, the gun
Kitty,
barrel!
though, through the smoke, yeah, just barely spots him, gets that one, and able to escape. Evening things up for a moment, though Lenny Kravitz has gotten that one back. They still haven't spotted 10-4, but 10-4 unable to connect any of those bullets in the back. Instead, just completely stuck here in this corner in main. And now that they're pinned down, yeah, not really much they can do.
Spike planted.
Oh, he's right
Dangerously
here.
close to a spam.
Oh, Minnie actually finds a second. This
Last
is
player standing.
so doable. He does get one, but with Minnie going down, there's not really much else that can happen there. Keeping the economy honest, though. As honest as they can. Finding a lot of kills each round.
Yeah, they're doing decent. They're doing... That was what they needed from the eco, but at the same time, with just how many ecos have been won in this game, they won a little more.
And now it's been a 3-round run from Purple Iris. Cursed Kings are gonna have to put a stop to this sooner or later.
Hey, it's my
Sweet.
third grade art project.
Oh, I think that was my senior portrait, actually.
Oh, makes sense, makes sense. You got a good photographer.
Yeah, right?
Shrug.
Forgot that's what that is. Oh, shrug.
Up close, that's good damage, but only one more knife left. They might as well go ahead and try it, but unable to find anything. Still a Vandal to play around with, though. In the meanwhile, all of these attackers are grouping up B main, ready to come through, and Trisente is ready to greet them. Instant first pick and just teleports back to another angle. Monty, oh, caught off. Lenny Kravitz has at least gotten the one to get them into sight.
Yeah, no better entry than the Sova up. So that will be their method of getting into the site. Frostbite is very low. This Killjoy utility, they should be able to lock down this site at least for a while. Oh, Shrug takes Lenny's head clean off! And now
Damn.
this retake, it's a lot more doable for this team. Oh, but the Nano Swarm is going to do so much damage, and it's just Frostbite left as he'll find one. Both of these players are low. He finds two, but Shrug will close it out. Finally, one of these 1v1s has gone Shrug's way.
Finally, Shrug always seems to be in these clutches, making it so close, getting a lot of just highlight moments out of him, and we can see as they've been playing these duelists throughout this one, and this time they win the clutch.
And the operator being retrieved as well.
Do you think Shrug went Jet because they lost the 1v1 to Jet on Icebox?
You know, I don't want to say yes, but I'm nodding my head.
That's my little headcanon right now.
It's, you know, a lot of those little swing moments really started to add up on the last map, so it's nice to see one of them finally go Cursed King's way. Speaking of going Cursed King's way, Vicente should get a free one here, but the shot's going to go wide.
Yeah, good work to just get back. Or Lenny Kravitz seemed to be close to that headshot as well. Frostbite looking into mid.
Thinking about the secrets here, Zoro's going to get dinked through the wall, actually. Very low health on him now, as they know the position of two of these players.
Yeah, they pushed them both out of mid. This is just a complete mid push from all of them. They're just running it up, though. This is where they now may encounter those choke points. Shrug is spamming through. Zoro caught with that arrow out and punished by the daggers. Froggy ready to fight, ready to push, but 10-4 shut him down.
Oh man, this is such an awkward mid-round.
Only Mini.
You know that Mini is capable of doing crazy things when he's left on his own, but Drizzy on this lurk is going to pick one up. Now they know the position of two of these players.
Spike planted. Shadows traveling.
This is a really good rotate. They drew all that mid attention, and just perhaps a bit of an over-rotate from the Cursed Kings means that it gives that route straight in to this A site, lets the spike go down, and now they've got to go for a big retake here as Vicente misses that one, getting revealed by the recon bolt, and you might just want to save this op right here.
Especially now. These players are dug in like absolute ticks. There's not a whole lot that Trisente can do here. I don't know why he stuck around so long with this operator. And now finally he'll get out of there, but he's fully blind, running the wrong way. Should be able to get out.
Should be okay. Yes.
He may actually be able to find one to exit, but instead just going to tuck away, try and save this weapon.
I was worried they wouldn't be able to save there, but that's crucial for them to save, just given the value of those two guns. As, you know, they definitely will want to try to win this one back up against Purple Iris, who, I mean, they started to string it together a little bit, grabbing that one. We saw Froggy getting those openings, though. Not as consistently, given we talked about how defender-sided this map can be.
But at the same time, we saw how weak Cursed Kings were on the defense last time and how strong their attack was. So who's to say how many rounds they'll need? Great stun here, but no follow-up is available. Shrug is absolutely lost right now in this volley of utility. But I think there's a spot for him to play around, but the dark cover is going to prevent it.
Both of the kills in this have been wall bangs, and that's a third one that's technically through a smoke. Nobody's seeing the enemies that they finish off.
Yeah, now they should know that both of these players are here. Looks like it's going to be another save already.
Shrug has the op. That's a crucial operator to save in just for another round, given perhaps 10-4 would have enough cash to buy one, but they're still going to want to be able to invest into util and everything else that they need. Froggy, though, looking to take guns out of their hand, pushing up so close, and that is a rough miss. Shrug goes down, the op dropped on the floor, and they're continuing to chase.
Yeah, looks like Shrug just clipped him through the wall there. So severely unfortunate time and time again for these players. Feels like they really just can't catch a break.
Froggy
One
gonna
on
clear
the
this
Froggy here, but instead Froggy's gonna clean it up, and that's gonna be no weapons saved from the Cursed Kings.
Yeah, you gotta be able to save, but even just one missed op shot, you go down, and then Mini just snuffed out of their hidey hole by Froggy. Even aggressive when just hunting down those saving players. Purple Iris are in a really, really good spot now. I'd say this is a must-win for Cursed Kings, unless they're gonna pull out something crazy on their attacking side.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, stranger things have happened. It was an 8-4 last time. Froggy's
up
gonna
above.
catch Shrug.
Beautiful.
I don't know what it was, but Frostbite was running in such a way that I really thought they were a Euro clone for a second.
just running forward.
Yeah, I had to do a double take. Oh, and these players are already out, and I don't think Mini's ready. He's got to pull the gun out, but he's not. Oh, Froggy's just gonna dome him on. I think that was a no-scope. 10-4 will answer back, but again, it's just Purple Iris running them down again and again. Trisente does have a weapon here, but he's already up and find 4 on the round. This man is insane.
This is
Last
just
round
turning into
in
the
the
Froggy
half.
fan club, I swear. Froggy had the opening kill on that one, which already, beautiful. Getting the opening on the attacking side of Ascent is so important. But then after that opening kill, getting more, getting the no-scope as they're clearing out sight, and then even closing it just for style points. Froggy is, I mean, single-handedly leading Purple Iris towards this victory.
And let's not forget for a second that Purple Iris is the lower seed coming into this match.
What?
And he's just zooming. That was a headshot. I don't know if he knows that you don't need to hit headshots with this gun.
Oh my god, Froggy.
Back
Going
into the
crazy.
sight, and another headshot!
What? This isn't right. Someone check in PC.
Something is wrong. And a third
All right.
for Froggy, and he's gonna collect a fourth here, no doubt. It's just who or when. Playing up close. One shot will go a bit wide in a second, but he's got the classic out, and he's just running through the rifle retrieve. And now it's gonna be the ace on the table, and Froggy.
All right.
9 kills in 2 rounds.
Our observer
Switching
literally
sides.
just needed to stick on Froggy, and that's exactly what we did. Like, we love all the hard work the observers put into this one, but that round was just, you just hit one button and chill.
A bit of quick math for you here. In the last 2 rounds, Froggy has gotten the same amount of kills as times he died in the first half.
All right, well, this is just insanity. I don't know what to say, but we're just gonna switch halves, and hopefully the Cursed Kings have an answer. Perhaps now that Froggy's on the defending side, they can just avoid wherever the heck Froggy's going.
Yeah, and it's crunch time for the Cursed Kings here. They're 1 half away from potentially being out of the VDC playoffs, and Trescente is not ready to leave quite yet, finding the first onto Frostbite. Could be that they're just going to play the strategy of find Froggy and hit the other site. Shrug already up into the site. Froggy, though, already found
okay.
one. Minnie's going to answer back. Trizay is going to answer as well, and now it's going to be a close affair here as Minnie's going to find 3!
All right, that's a way to answer back this classic. Doing a lot of damage. They even swapped to the Ghost, and it's Froggy left in a clutch, and this is one that I wouldn't expect him to win, but we've seen them do crazier things. Dashes away from that one, but just gonna head right back through this door. Take the peek onto Zoro, take the kill, and there's only 2 more to
This is
find.
scary
Not
now.
a lot of time, but they could do this. Minnie, though, gonna get the finisher. A 4K in response wins Cursed Kings the pistol round. Is this the start of their comeback?
I mean, this
we'll
is how it
have to
started
see.
last time. But also, don't forget earlier in this map, they conceded this bonus.
I'm hoping for it. One, I like 3 mappers. I think that it's exciting, even though it slowly drains on my voice. It's just, there's something so exciting about the hype of a playoffs game going the distance. And at the
and
same
it's-
time,
it's a
I
first
really
step
want to
here.
see an attacking side do well on a set.
It is
All
a
right,
full
well,
stack
they've
here
stacked the
from
wrong side.
Purple Iris. Yeah, they should know already. Oh, but this fake smoke coming out. No, Shrug's already. He's already deep in. They know that they've stacked. And it should be another Cursed Kings round here. Shrug maybe wanting to do his best Froggy impression here, but no, instead opting to play inside of the smoke, play it a little bit safer than his counterpart on the other team. And Zoro's going to find 2, and with that, should be as good as done, but there are
Don't
a couple
cast or
shorties
curse
in
the
play.
classics into this one.
No,
All
but
right,
see, they
Froggy
bought
finish.
shorties. They didn't go 5 classics. If they went 5 classics, they would have won.
That's true, that's true.
Got to make sure Lenny's healed for this
Player
play.
standing.
Close. Okay. Frostbite just gonna run in, might as well. Jumping classic, not gonna be it. Cursed Kings, alright. They've started this. Let's see what Purple Iris's response is now that they've gotten that save round out of the way.
This round is huge right here. They win this round, they're very well set up to tie this back up.
It's a big if, though.
It's going to be a tough one to crack open. This is going to be the first time we get to see what Purple Iris's defense is really made of. Froggy is already ready to creep out of this smoke, and they should be expecting it. Shrug is here as well, a bit of spam, and
oh no, this timing.
Froggy's going to find this timing, but he's not going to find the shots.
Yeah, luckily one player still had eyes trained, and Froggy just decided to dash back. While in the meanwhile, Shrug is dashing in. It's an instant trade, and they're sprinting straight into B.
Oh, but
Frostbite
smoke's
has
bad.
a smoke, but a gap. Yeah, the bad smoke allows them to get that one, but at least the molly will force them away. The spike can get planted, but 3 players stuck in this B site need to defend.
This is already good for Curse Kings. Getting a plant down on this round is going to be huge. The economy is going to keep flowing, but Mini's going to fail to find that kill, and that would have been everything. Now he's in such a tough spot, stunned out, but will actually find one onto Froggy. And now 10-4 is going to be in the 1v3.
Oh, the TP
know
close.
that Omen is right there, and Namonti will close it out. 2 kills and a spike plant, though. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, given the fact that they're going to have a bye here, I'd still be okay with that. Maybe you want a little bit more damage to put Purple Iris on the back foot, but either way, that round was going to be crucial if they wanted to make the comeback clean, but they can still make the comeback even if it's a little bit scuffed if they win this one out. Everybody has purchased up, and we'll see.
Yeah, they need to win this round. It's no longer an option. They lose this round, they're sent right back into the doldrums of the economy, and it gets very, very tight from there. Tournament lives are on the line here. Every frag, every moment, every round is becoming increasingly pressing for this side to win.
Okay, but this is mid-control, and Tricente's pushed all the way up. Another player coming to join them as they begin to creep, and now they just begin to rush right in. Shrug is the first point of contact. Froggy's up in heaven, and there's a player down in hell as well who's going to get finished off. Lenny Kravitz only gets one. Mini gets another, and this is looking perfect. Mini again with a multi-kill as this spike is getting planted. But things are still close. Things could still be a little bit stressful. Even Drizzy's gotten that one, but Drizzy's looking for a player that isn't there. Mini's wrapped all the way around to main to just help lock this one down, and they will. That is a kill onto Froggy. Tricente with the last one. Curse Kings still into this one, up to 7.
Yeah, Mini is just absolutely going off. Really just one of the unsung heroes of this team again and again, proving why he deserves to be here.
Yeah. Someone really needed to step up. We said in that last game, someone needed to meet Froggy as that star player, and interestingly, it's been Mini, hitting some great shots, had a beautiful pistol round and a beautiful round in the last. So now they group up, and Froggy's just ulting in. The blind is good, but all the knives whiff. That is rough from Froggy as Shrug shuts them down.
And another one onto Lenny. He could have had an opportunity to multi up with a frenzy there, but not today. Zoro's going to actually slip through the leader for this squad. Something done. Shrug is going to collect 3. Tricente is going to collect 1. Now Namonti with Lone Spectre. Most expensive weapon brought into this round.
Yeah, and I think it'll be soon brought out of this round as the fight's coming to them. A double peek and 10-4 with the headshot. A flawless round from the Cursed Kings. That's got to put some wind into their sails.
One round the difference now. Stringing together a rifle round and a couple of these saves. They're one round from really being back in the driver's seat, as Froggy's impact on the defense has not quite been the same as it has been prior. No operator brought out yet for either side.
You know what to do.
Know what Froggy can do on that weapon. I think Kravitz as well going to be relegated to just a Guardian, but I mean...
Froggy wants to push.
Deploying drone.
What a surprise.
No way. Froggy going aggressive, just gonna get tagged up. Besides, they might as well utilize that dash and just dash away. As they do so, they're instead pushing mid.
Yeah, Shrug could have had a chance there, but just the timing not quite what they would have liked. Frostbite's gonna find one on Trisente, and now Chamber's gone. That flank watch goes with it. Shrug is gonna push here.
Yeah, they off the dash.
And Shrug just not quite in the position to trade.
Alright, Froggy still has mid on lockdown, drops the smoke, gonna peek around and just see nobody. In the meanwhile, the Cursed Kings, they're just rotating and turning back into a B main that's recently got an Omen smoke at the front of it.
And they're just walking right back into this Killjoy. This could be a very, very awkward situation if they're not careful about clearing it. They do have one shock dart left available to try and clear some of this utility, but I don't know that that's what they're going to use it for. Smokes come in, this turret should go off imminently.
Oh, they ult the site, but no one's there. That should at least let them run in, but instead they're slowed down by all the utility. And now everyone is here. Call this Smash Bros. Ultimate, because there's no way they can get into this one. Every single defender is ready, and it is flawless.
You're terrible.
I'm sorry. Can we go over that one again? What did you just say?
It's the everyone is here. You know Smash Bros. Ultimate? The trailer came out. They had all the fighters in here.
That makes more sense. I thought the bit was it's like Smash Ultimate because no one can get into it. I was like, I didn't know you were that into fighting games. That's because you're not wrong.
Keep up.
No, it's the trailer. The
Yeah, no,
everyone
that
is
makes,
yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
way more sense. I was
Amazing.
like, damn, man.
Mission
That's funny. Oh, but yeah, it was just such an awkward spot to be in. Once you run back to that site, it's still there. Oh, and Frostbite's gonna find one, but actually, it's gonna be answered back by Shrug and Trisente. Shrug finally finding the trades that he needs to. Just cross through. Lenny Kravitz here in Tree Room, and they will be able to pick up one. Froggy is already on the flank. I don't know that they know he's here.
Someone has to watch this.
Spotted, and they're gonna line up. He's only gonna find one.
They say though, considering
Such an awkward
dropping that
spot.
lock.
Nobody sees each other.
Oh,
No.
Vinny has to clutch. Oh, and that's perfect.
No, he will do it. Just gotta peek around this, and he's gonna get it. 10-4. An incredible clutch to keep them alive. 9 to 10.
I called the wrong player. I called Minnie, and I was like, oh, this makes sense. It's the star player, but no. It's the other one with the kind of reddish-brown hair that looks real serious. 10-4. Locking it down. That... Great shots. That's just clean. What else can I say?
And that's the kind of clutch that you need to build confidence back into this comeback. You take out the person who is just crushing you on the prior half. But now, the operator is out. An operator and a judge. Things continue to get scarier and scarier the longer you watch this match.
Routine inspections required. Thank you for your compliance.
Alright, I'm hoping that this goes the distance, though. If we see an overtime and then we get into a map 3, I'm gonna need like a water break, maybe go for a walk.
Yeah, right. Go for a walk at midnight for all those living on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm a nice West Coaster out here on Pacific time. Looks like we've got a tech pause. We have the cursed cam in the bottom corner, as things just gotta wait. Perhaps somebody got a little too hype and threw their mouse across the room. You know, I once spilled ramen noodles on my keyboard in the middle of a playoffs game. Very, very exciting event. I had to pull out a new keyboard.
Things we love to see. Yeah, maybe a broken mouse, a shattered case or something.
My right arrow key still doesn't work on that keyboard, even after cleaning it. So sad.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm at that point of switching around my switches so often that sometimes they just don't work.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a hot swap board. I pulled the switch out and I'm like, oh yeah, that soldering's just not fixable.
Yep. That's the worst. Also, just got a smattering of different keycaps on this thing at this point.
Ooh.
My keyboard's such a disaster.
I like to go cheap. You probably have a lot fancier keyboards than me. I just have one with optical reds and one with optical browns in them.
I got decent switches, but the keycaps, I've got a smattering that were just on the board. I've got a bunch of Team Liquid ones that I stole from Mechatronic, and then I've got
nice.
I've got the PlayStation button symbols as my WASD.
All right, that'll work.
None of them match.
But it's you know. It's self-expression.
It's
of
a
the chaos
very
in your own
very
life.
personal keyboard. My keyboard looks how it feels to think in my brain.
Speaking of looks, I don't like the look that this little bear is giving me.
As far as the random Valorant animals go, these bears have to be the most terrifying, but also the most friendly. It's like, you know when you have friends that are just clearly hiding something?
Mm-hmm. Like
That's
this
this
bear
guy.
knows of many war crimes committed in third world countries, but he's also just a really chill dude.
Yeah, right? He's on r/combat footage, but he's also on eye bleach.
You know, they cancel each other out.
Yeah, they're made for each other.
I like how we got the close-up of the Killjoy along with the bear, and it's like, it's a double. They both had the same exact expression as, now I hear it count down. It looks like we're going to get into this one. Instant ulti pop, and they let it go through. Namonti, what? Teleports in the middle of all of those players and gets shut down. Froggy in the meanwhile aggressing, but there's a player to the right that they're not ready for. 2 instant kills for Cursed Kings, and out of the tech pause, we go fast into the A site with an advantage.
Oh, and Shrug just removes Drizzy from the equation. Lockdown is gone, Killjoy is gone, but Lenny pushing back through, and it doesn't matter. Shrug is pissed.
Spike planted.
This is a momentum maker for Cursed Kings. They've gotten all of the picks, just running it down. In the freeze time, we're just gonna have to break down why did they decide to just... Namonti wanted to go in the middle of all of them?
I'm
Omen ulting...
completely unsure.
I feel like you got the info, but you gotta cancel it.
Maybe he thought that nobody was gonna look. It was just all phenomenal acting on the side of Cursed Kings, as this will be a save from Frostbite. I would like to point out that there was a time in this match where Shrug was 3-10. And he's gone absolutely wild on the multis these last couple of rounds.
Yeah. I think it's just how variable Jet can be because you're trying to go for openings. I feel like Jet, now that the dash is forced to be something that you commit to, it's forced Jet players to be a lot more thoughtful of how they're doing it. But when they do it and they do it right, it's just so much impact.
And here's the first timeout of the day for Purple Iris. Much needed one is we're at an even scoreline for the first time in what feels like ages.
Okay. Everybody take a deep breath. They've got to treat this like we're here at 0-0. Don't let it get to your head how chaotic this has been. The tech pauses, everything. You know, the past is in the past, and here in the present, it's just round by round.
And if you're Purple Iris here, I think you need to start to slow it down just a little bit. I think the fast play is starting to really bite them. I mean, like we said, the From the Shadows and the commitment to it there looked like they were going for some sort of aggressive play, and it just failed to draw the attention, and by the time they called it off, it was too late, and they conceded 2 kills.
Yeah. Perhaps the From the Shadows was there to draw everyone's eyes so that Froggy could push, but
A gift.
even then, they're just ready.
Bonne chance, mes amis.
Yeah, and to sacrifice your smokes for the sake of what is probably going to be 1, maybe 2 frags, I don't know about that one. Definitely one of those rounds that you want to look back on when you get to the VOD review, but fortunately, if either team loses, there's not going to be a VOD review.
Yeah, that Hawk just showed that there's at least 2 players over behind A main. As there's a group up so many towards tree here. Maybe reading some kind of A split or something, as it's just a straight up 2-3 split. 2 over towards that B site, 3 walking the contact here on A.
There is a lot of control over towards B main right now, and they can hear these players running back. It looks like Lenny Kravitz is... Oh, actually, no, he's going to run back into heaven. Drizzy is just
swapping
here.
spots. Now they start to realize it.
Right here.
Things have gone a bit too quiet. Flash into mid, sees no one. All of the info is now going to come into play as it's instant into B and 1 player left to defend. The solo killjoy on the site has to do so much, though Lenny Kravitz has pushed through to get that one, and it's the only one they'll find as the site drops. The Cursed Kings can get spiked down.
It's going to be tough retake here. Shrug is low.
Spike planted.
Monty has gotten all the way up. They have 1 rifle, but Froggy just on the classic, and I
Gun here.
don't know.
Lock in sight.
They've been able to retrieve another rifle, but looks like this retake is going to be on. Shrug going to be playing first contact here as he is the lowest player, and he will get the drive-by onto Froggy. And actually a second onto Frostbite and a third onto DeMonte. Shrug doing it all himself.
That is a confident play to just 1, 2, 3, just scooping them up, and at the same time, that is a confidence killer for Purple Iris. You want to get at least something, even if it's just pistols, you know, oh well, but at the same time, the success that pistols have found at the beginning of this game isn't the same as at the end. I feel like the teams have maybe tightened up a little bit, and they're stopping it.
Yeah, absolutely they have, and now being back onto all the rifles.
Frostbite up close.
Be another critical round for either of these teams to win. It could be Cursed Kings getting onto map point. First time in this series, or it could be back up 11-11, facing down the barrel of another rifle round. Drizzy hasn't quite been tested as much as he'd like to be on this site. Froggy's actually going to pick 1 up towards the bottom of mid.
Smoke's down.
There are 2 players here, but they're going to give in. So now they're creeping in through the smokes as they weren't able to close the door, but 10-4 is going to answer back with 1 of his own. 3v4 is going to ensue. There's a lockdown here. That could be the thing that ends this round, but put it in a wall-bangable spot, maybe. Now this is going to be very, very difficult. They're going to have to find these kills somehow, some way.
Gonna push.
2 flashpoints are out. And he can actually kill the lockdown, and he will. Now, they may not know that Tracente
it's possible.
has the tour de force. He's going to get out. He's right back in the prior position.
Oh, no.
1v1 for Tracente. He's going to drop the shot. Headhunter is out, and he's not going to be able to land the shot. Froggy finally coming back into his own there.
That was scary. The fact that the push-up eventually shuts down the lockdown and the tour de force is still in the back of the site.
Sight hold from the Cursed Kings there, but what an even more remarkable retake from Iris. 11-11 is the score. This round is going to mean absolutely everything.
It really is, and it's just... This is a scary spot for either team. But at the same time, it's a game that feels destined for OT.
For this match. Cursed Kings are to win the next round, and the follow-up will go to a map 3. If they are to lose, then they are completely eliminated from the Valorant Draft Circuit playoffs.
I want you to make a prediction right here. Who do you think does it?
Season. We are in the semifinals. The winner of this will progress to the final match of the season. A slower pace coming out here. It seems that we're having a bit of technical difficulties. on the cast side, so we apologize. We'll be back with you as soon as we can be. But for now, get to listen to just me as Trisente is going to open up on a Froggy who has been eliminated from the most important round that we've had so far. Our two ultimates available on the side of Cursed Kings. Hunter's Fury, which will be popped right now, and will actually tag Lenny Kravitz and find the frag onto him, and that's going to be the ace correct. Straight open, and Trisente with that frag has put his team in an incredible position to close out this map. The last time these two played on Ascent, they weren't able to get to round 12. They fell in a 13-2.
Placing sentry.
Alright, and I think we should have Fuffy back in now.
I think so. I think they could hear me before, but Discord wouldn't put me through. So I think we were like casting over each other
for them.
awkwardly for a moment. Sorry, people on stream, but it's fixed now. Something weird was happening with the server.
Molly, spin beacon down.
Alright, well, apologies for that. It is going to be the save from these last two members of Purple Iris.
This hunt might seal it if they get it.
Oh, and it's going to be so close. I don't think they're going to be able to get it, but they will get one, actually.
Match point.
But not both.
That's still pretty good, though. Okay.
Placing sentry.
We have a buy up. Not amazing, but it's a buy.
Placing swarm grenade.
There's a rifle in the hands of
Placing
Froggy.
swarm grenade.
That's all that matters.
I mean, that's the biggest thing that matters here. The X factor for Purple Iris, though. Cursed Kings want to take us to map 3, and they want to do it real bad. They avoid that recon dart, and they are just grouping up towards A. I think they just want to end this in one final all-out exec.
Get out of my way.
It's going to be the Blade Storm popped here from Shrug. Lenny Kravitz just on the Marshall. This is not quite the weapon you want to have facing this situation. Fault line is going to come through. The drone is going to try for the tag, but nothing's going to be found. Humboldt is going to spot so many players, but Froggy is going to be
good trade.
He's going to find one, but he's going to be removed immediately. Frostbite, same deal. And now Shrug.
They can't deny the spike.
Start, yeah.
Spike planted.
Molly's going to do absolutely everything, and now one retake to force overtime.
Prepare for hellfire.
Oh, and the orbital strike is going to be so good. And Shrug
Drizzy, stop.
finding that on Drizzy, and now that should be it. Lenny Kravitz alone with a Marshall. The no-scopes are not quite going to connect, and that's going to be another comeback here in the VDC semifinals. Cursed Kings able to come back from an 8-4 deficit, just like in the last map, what Purple Iris were able to do to them. What a crazy series this has been so far.
It feels like all you need to win is to lose. Give up a few rounds at the beginning, rally the troops, and finish strong. That's what both of these maps have come down to. And now, after a game that went every single round that it could have, a 24-rounder, we head to map 3. This keeps going, and I could not be more excited.
Yeah, we'll get back with you guys right after a short break while we get to map 3.
See you then.
One enemy remaining.
back into this one. Ready to get the gameplay underway. Map 3, and they want to get started quick. Even, I think this is the first time it's been quicker than our countdown timer, which is kind of a nice thing.
Yeah, everybody's ready to get into it. They're anxious, they're warm, and it's time. The final map of this semifinal affair, the first of 2 semifinals for Master. Everything is on the line. I mean, it's win and go to the finals, or lose and you're done.
And we get to see a little bit more. One new agent that we haven't looked at yet, and that's the KO. Up on 10-4.
Yeah, and these are 2 very similar, but similarly strong lineups. We're seeing, I think, every initiator besides Breach in this one map. Just the way that we want to end it.
Definitely gonna be exciting with a lot of aggressive possibilities here in this one. This Breeze is a wide open map that I'm not as used to personally. Call me a Valorant newbie who just hates on the newer maps, but this one isn't even like the newer map anymore. It's just
Right. This is one of the old maps now, which is crazy.
I'm not used to it, but that's because I'm a boomer. And I'm excited to actually get to see teams play it that, I mean, probably know a lot more than I do about the macro strategy of this map, and we'll see what kind of tactics they pull out.
Oh, don't worry, it's Breeze. There are no tactics.
Okay, so just shoot head, win game?
Yeah. Very aim-heavy map. A lot of fun, but very aim-heavy map.
The tactic right now is an A stack, as both teams sort of seem to have a gentleman's agreement to just make contact on this site and fight it out.
Yeah, and pretty common. They all know what's up. They know that this B site, you're gonna see Viper here a lot, and you're gonna see Viper doing exactly this a lot.
All right, the wall across as they want to push up. The spike has actually been dropped behind because Viper was the one who had it, who's now pushed all the way up and just tucked in close as everybody's pushing in, and the first duel is taken by Froggy. It's one out and then traded back. 10-4 onto that one as a flurry of frags put us suddenly into this 3-on-3.
Zoro knows exactly what's going on.
Spike
He knows that there's one
down
playing
A.
up in halls, but this timing could be
Last
absolutely
player
everything
standing.
yet again. Now it's just Drizzy left, getting beaten out by that Prowler, but he will get the spike down, and now gonna use 100 credits to do 0 damage. It's the curse of Chamber.
Had one bullet to try to collat 3 of them, and probably wasn't going to happen.
But that is going to be another pistol round picked up for Curse Kings. That's now, I think, 3 out of 5 that they've been able to collect so far.
Good work from them.
A real turnaround from the last time. And able to keep it pretty clean as well. You know, 3 players alive. They did allow the spike plant, which could provide a force up here, but instead it's going to be Purple Iris saving their money. Probably looking to do that exact same play yet again.
Yep,
It's gonna
slipping
be
and
the-
sliding up these ropes. 2 players also making the fight up mid, but Zoro's gotten one shut down.
Enemy down.
Been around
No
for a
targets.
second, why not? Continue to do this. Continue to just be a thorn in their side and Shrug. Got a couple thorns around him, but
Last
pulls one
player
out before they
standing.
go down. Now Froggy's been finished off, and only Lenny Kravitz with the classic decides to pull the knife out and gets peeked by 10-4.
Yeah, so just Shrug going down there. Not too bad at all. I'm amazed that Shrug was able to find one amongst that chaos as well. Oh, we got
The DJ. Let's go.
we got DJ Mechatronic on deck.
Man, this guy can do it all.
Yeah,
Bob
right?
Ross, DJ, podcast host, man, writer,
Sometimes writer.
sometimes writer.
Oh man, we like to have fun here. It's getting late. We appreciate everybody still being with us. I assume it's late everywhere because time zones don't exist to me.
True. Oh, some
Tricente
European
is
are
actually gonna
just waking up. That's a good opening.
Yeah, Macy found one there. He's gonna make it work on the operator. Trug's actually found one on the Ghost.
Oh wow,
looking scary
pulling out
all
the
around.
Ghost. Yeah, in a round like this, and making it a little bit rough. Froggy looking around the side, but does not connect the headshot. 2 players for the Cursed Kings have taken a lot of damage. It's just about finishing. Tricente looking around the side, but it's actually Mini who's going to grab the first one. Now Tricente, excuse me, it's Mini again! Getting the headshots. That one looked like it was Tricente, but it's now all on to Froggy, who's going to be found out. Mini, that is a 3K.
That's a
1
bonus.
kill. Yeah, getting all of that, and they went out this bonus round. It's just a solid job. I think the Spectre giving a lot more value than they may have expected on Mini.
More than they would have expected.
Aha. Oh my
I'll just hang
god.
up.
We're done. Shut it down. Best of 3's been canceled.
Oh man. But yeah, it is going to be forcing them back down onto this lower buy here. It looks like a Guardian and maybe a couple Marshals. Froggy still has this Vandal. I don't know how. Early Snakebite out from Mini as everybody's looking to push towards elbow. So many fights here, and it's going to be the 2-for-1. Namonte's going to find that trade back. But Shrug as well. I don't know how that didn't kill. Must have been in the leg. Now it's
Yeah,
just...
finished off real quick.
Oh, there's a Viper's Pit available here, though. This could be huge. We're going to see a Viper's
Monty's
Pit
timing.
this far back?
It's got to be an instant headshot, but Tricente's TP'd in, and now they have a triple peek here set up to deal with it. Namonte is going to have to get a lot done from this close position. Flash actually goes wide, and they've got the first. That's shrugged down, but it peeks a little too wide into Tricente, and now with the spike dropped, Lenny Kravitz detected. A good headshot, but still so much more for them to do.
This is going to be such a hard crossfire to crack. The Recon Dart should do well.
Oh, that's a lot. Oh, it just misses.
30 seconds
Shot darts
left.
aren't going to quite be enough. Lenny Kravitz is in such a hard spot here. Going to get offered the first one, a 3-2-1 swing. Now he's got to get past this operator. He's going to have to bait the shot. First shot's going to go wide. This is such a tough spot, and how does he win that?
He just dances around each bullet like Neo from the Matrix and finishes him in the 1v2 clutch. Tricente just could not find a connection, while Lenny found the spike and found the win.
That is an absolutely nuts play out of Lenny Kravitz. That was probably one of the most skillful clutches we've seen here. That was really, really something special.
Yeah, just moving around, playing the percentages, knew exactly how to win that one out. And here on map 3, everybody starts to get a little bit tired, but it's just about who has the mental fortitude to pick it on up. And Lenny could in that round as they're grouping to try to hit into A here. The Viper's Pit goes down.
Lockdown mid. I like this play a lot. Spot out 2, I think. The Hunter's Fury is going to come in. Froggy is going to get offered a fight. It's only going to be the one tag off the Hunter's Fury. Should know where one of these players is, but 10-4.
Oh, that's an ult
spike down, and that's actually the Snakebite Molly combo is perfect. And now Mini is going to be playing right inside this Viper's Pit. It's going to be a timing here, but he's going to lock it down. This round is clean as can be.
They were trying to get a Viper's Pit of their own to get into that site, but died right as it started to go up.
Looks like it should actually go through. I think that's going to cost them the Viper's Pit. I know sometimes if you die early enough into it, it won't count.
Yeah, I believe it will, and that'll really sting and to just lose that. Trizze
30
wants
seconds
to
left.
at least find some damage. Perhaps even just a pick into this one could mean something, but at the same time, saving this operator might be big. Bullets flying, whizzing past their face, and Tricente connects the one that was needed. Cursed Kings 4-1. They're pulling ahead early, though. early leads can be deceptive, as has been seen in both of these first 2 games.
Yeah, you might almost be wanting to lose the first half at this rate, but Breeze isn't like these other maps. It's pretty evenly balanced across both sides.
Yeah, I'm quirky. I'm not like other maps. I have even balance.
Oh gosh, we're already there.
You want to
We're,
play?
we're,
Let's
we're
play.
losing all semblance of anything. It's pure chaos. Okay, they're finally starting to, well, they're just going mid this round, actually. It's an interesting one. Then split into B. There's a Viper awaiting from far back, and that's Mini who's going to get one. Froggy goes down, trying to run and gun. And now Mini just backs up. They're going to play this retake, which is smart. Though,
Mini who's
perhaps...
just playing his life here.
Yeah, perhaps some kind of play, something, if it comes out for the Purple Iris. Could get this one instead, though. 10-4 catches one in the back. And that's an advantage turned even wider. Drizzy's gotten one on that tour de force, but is traded out by Zoro.
Last player standing.
And it's only left on to Namonti, who's going to get one and done. Shrug with the trade and the defuse here on this one. Gonna go ahead and give it over to Zoro to get that ult point. Cursed Kings continue the streak.
5-1. It's a tough scoreline. Ultimate economy is looking pretty healthy. 2 free weapons whenever they're going to need them, and doesn't look like they're going to need them anytime soon. 0 ultimates over on the side of Purple Iris. Barely scraping by to get these rifles. Yet again, just this tricky spot to be in.
Stay safe.
Looks like maybe a bit more technical difficulties on our side. Work to get that resolved as soon as we can. And that's going to be Lenny Kravitz opening up the round onto Shrug into Halls.
Okay, maybe now with an advantage, Purple Iris can get things going. Froggy can go ahead and dash up, looking for a fight into mid. Gonna pop the dash and just swing out in one tap. They don't even need to dash out of there because they got the kill instantly, and Lenny has another. 10-4, the only one here to try to hold this site. Gonna drop a second flash as well. Finds one headshot,
Player
but
standing.
now they're just completely stuck. Finished off. And Mini, who has been this consistent B anchor,
Spike planted.
now probably just gonna be asked to save.
Yeah, and I think this is absolutely the right move here. You've got the operator. You've been able to get a lot done with it on this side. A couple drop shots here and there, but why concede such a powerful tool?
Yeah. If anything, it's just more money into the next one. Heck, you could even save a Vandal and it'd be more money into the next one. Whatever you've got, there's no reason not to try to save it over, though. There's no reason that Purple Iris don't commit one person to hunt this down, and Froggy is going to do exactly that. Finishing him off, even scooping up that operator for themselves. Purple Iris double their rounds up to 2. And start to have a say of things in this half.
I saw a purchase there for a second. Maybe thinking about the double operator setup, but not sure that'll stick around. Maybe see a tour de force popped here by Trisente. Try and get some of that economy flowing a bit again before they reinvest in the op. But it's 5-2 now, you know. It's a start. Yeah, that is going to be the tour de force and the blade storm pop. Trying to save a little bit of money as much as they can. And Trisente should
this
have
top
one
duel.
walk into a scope, but Froggy's just so quick on the trigger.
Yeah,
Actually
instant.
was the double op setup here. Crazy investment. Strizze is going to run back to grab the spike. 10-4. Closing it out onto Froggy, and Zoro picking one up onto Lenny Kravitz, and now Purple Iris in a tricky spot yet again.
Yeah, things turn around. The time that it takes for them to grab that spike is the time that it takes for them to lose the advantage. 2 players instantly going down, and now as they rotate, Mini is hearing all of these steps. Up behind, might be caught looking the wrong way. Drizzy could get them in the back, but not quick enough. Mini still gets their 1 kill and the information on where the last player is. So Drizzy's just sort of boxed in all the way back towards the attacker spawn.
Oh, what a perfect flash.
Beautiful. And this op is just going to continue to be passed around. Perhaps not the same one, but no matter what, there's always going to be one in play as we get to see another little bear chilling.
How do they
As
find
they're
him?
just going to go for a quick timeout, the Purple Iris. After winning one and then instantly losing the next, they decide, all right, let's pause a little bit. Let's think about what's going on here.
Yeah, and they're going to have to figure it out soon because they've already lost the half, or at least they're only going to be able to tie it up. I mean, 8-4 was one thing, but right now they're thinking about avoiding a 9-3, a 10-2, or even worse. God, I will tell you, Mechatronic absolutely Googled bear locations Breeze. I could tell you with almost absolute certainty that that is in his search history right now, because there's no way that he knows all of these off the top of his head.
Yeah, it feels like something you do, you know, putting in the little bit of extra effort, but...
If he goes straight to another one, then there's no doubt.
Is he... Where are we flying this time? We're just out on the beach. We're just chill. It's a sloth.
Yep.
It's a sloth. When did NAF switch?
Oh, dear.
Alright, into this one. Round number 9. Coming right at you in 7 seconds. Purple Iris hoping to get something done here with a bit of a partial buy. Froggy's probably just gonna perhaps
find
pop
you.
that ult. I'm not sure what weapon they had. Yeah, grabbing that orb, and now they can pop the Blade Storm, and everybody's got some kind of strong weapon to work with.
Yeah, yet
Curse Kings
another
just spread
operator
across
here.
the map. Yeah. Drizze's just chilling in mid to cut off a rotate as the rest of them are grouping up towards elbow. Actually to go towards B main and take this, but Trisente is waiting.
It's a huge fight coming here as there should be a dash in. Oh, never mind, just an updraft over.
Whew.
That's the operator removed from the round yet again. Tricente's been having a tough go of it with this operator. Now another ultimate committed, the Viper's Pit. And the operator retrieved by Froggy, but Mini knows he's not going to get fooled again.
Perhaps a bit of an overextension as now the Cursed Kings have a way back into this one. Zoro's gotten the one, but a teammate going down as well. 3 with the spike planted, and they've got to just get lucky here. They need to find some kind of spam through this Viper's Pit, and that's exactly what'll happen. Mini
the
hits the
reload.
Monty. In the meanwhile, yeah, Frostbite will get another 10-4 doubling up, and that is the Cursed Kings on the retake, taking this one all the way to the bank. A 7th round locked in.
They don't even need openers. They can retake all day. I've just received word that Mechatronic is in fact coming up with these on his own. No Googling. I've never even seen this terrain. So whatever you say, there's a giant worm wearing a top hat and with a cane.
I feel like there's so many of them, though, that he just flies around and eventually you'll find one, you know? Nice little Thanksgiving dinner here.
That's how I want to be like that. I need friends like that. Unfortunately, they're all playing VDC.
Unfortunately. Alright.
Oh, a great
Shrug.
flash, but it's not going to matter the spam. It's going to prove to be better, and now 10-4's in a tricky spot. Luckily, no be retrieved off the KO yet. So continue to shut down their abilities, and Mini's going to answer back, and now they're in a great position yet again. But Drizze is going to pick one up. To Zoro, and 10-4 will finally go down. And it's just the operator on the retake right now, but Mini can't do much.
Unlike that last round where Froggy sort of overextended and lost the pick, Froggy extends forward and locks things down. Getting that kill there, just entirely denying the retake.
Very, very well done by the Purple Iris there. Just bursting through that flash and getting that opening frag and then following it up onto 10-4. Really good stuff.
Alright, Drizze wants the opening pick. Just gonna go ahead and look for it here. No one dares peek into this op. As they creep forward, everybody else creeps up into A. The Viper's wall there to let them get down Spike. And we'll see if 10-4 can do anything to deny this. As more of these defenders start to rotate in, and Mini starts to wrap around.
10-4 is just not going to be able to find any value off of that right click on the flash. Now Froggy, they should have gotten the sound cue that he's here, but it's not going to matter. They're just going to shut it right down, and this should be another very clean round
Last player
for
standing.
Purple Iris' Minis yet again left on this retake.
When Froggy gets the entry, I mean, you expect him to keep going and get more, as they do in this one. Mini gonna give this one a shot. Found the first pick. Now just has to back up to reload. Frostbite wrapping around the side. Froggy and Drizzy, one up on that elevated angle. They seem prepared to it, but having to flick up allows Froggy to get their third kill of the round and allows the Purple Iris to get their
Last round
fourth
before
round
the
of the
switch.
game.
Yeah, this has been a really strong comeback in this first half already. This could have been a disastrous half. 6-1 at one point, I believe. 5-1, excuse me, 6-2.
Look at that little crab. He crab raven.
Oh, I wish there was a crab rave on one of these maps.
Imagine they just actually get the music.
You want to play? Let's
You know, I
play.
usually thought in Riot games, though, crabs were in the jungle, not on the beach.
Bring them down.
That's fair.
We found one.
Luckily, I have a social life and do not play League of Legends.
You know, I actually don't play it either, but I
Ooh.
you know, I picked up the esport. It's
Just
an
know a little
interesting
bit.
watch.
Esport fan. All right. I spend all of my time not on TAC FPS on games like Smash Bros.
I used to play a lot of Smash, and then I tried playing online too much, and it made me
Oh
sad.
no.
I went to a local, and well, that was kind of like what happened to me the first time I went to one of those. I just
That's
kind of
fair.
absolutely shut down. It
Ooh.
looks like it's going to be another 8-4 half here, but Shrug is actually on a great flank, but the Stinger at range
Yeah.
is not quite what you want.
Yeah, Cursed King's just getting shut down in this one.
Spike down.
As
B.
Froggy wants a long range one tap.
Oh, what? That was a
And
ghost?
Instead, 10-4 responds with a ghost. James Bond out here with the silence pistol grabbing that
Spike
one.
planted.
As these two kings still have a route into this one. Shrug an updraft to dodge back
Player
to the
standing.
side, but now as they peek in, Lenny Kravitz insta headshots, and 10-4 has to 1v3.
Almost perfect. A couple more bullets, and I think that really could have been something special. Shooting the Hawk out of the air
Switching
by
sides.
mistake.
Unfortunate there for him. A good attempt, but we have one of the closer halves here. 7-5 Cursed Kings with a slight bit of a lead, but no one really too far in front. Mini leading for the Cursed Kings, and Froggy right up there with them on Purple Iris.
Yeah, and you thought we were in crunch time before. Well, this is it. This is good. For one of these teams, this is the last half of Valorant they will play. Valorant? Excuse me. This is the last half they'll play in VDC this season.
This whoever
Time to
loses this is
mobilize
banned
my
from Valorant.
I wouldn't put it past them. My
Sam.
uncle works at Riot. I'm gonna work my ways.
My uncle works at Riot. He will remove your account.
It's crazy how he works at Riot and my dad works at Nintendo.
Damn. Yo, can you give me a Riot buddy? Ooh,
No,
Zoro.
he can't do that. That's not part of his job.
Okay. Zoro's got a double entry though. That's kind of sick. That's kind
Yeah,
of
that
strong.
was,
Fragging IGL in this one.
It's looking good so far. Lenny Kravitz is going to pick up Mini on the flank. And Trise and Shrug don't know it, but they're so close together. And Froggy's find another one of these critical frags. Shrug is in a great spot.
down.
Gonna find one. Shrug
standing.
not going to be able to find
One
two,
enemy
but it is a
remaining.
1v1. Zoro is on for the 4K here. Neither of these players have
ahead.
full HP. Initiator versus
There
Initiator,
they
and that
are.
recon dart is going to spot him, but he's just going to run him down! Zoro with the 4K!
That was amazing. Just realize that the recon dart will reveal where they are, and instead of trying to run away, they just say, nope, I am all in. The Sigma grind set, just going straight for the duel and hitting the insta headshot.
That was... I'd be screaming if I were Lenny Kravitz right there. That wasn't even a
sometimes
right
your
click.
opponent
That
has
was-
a better
that was
gaming
left
chair.
Click.
Yeah,
just
I
better
mean-
headphones, better mouse.
You know, they just had something for breakfast that just made them...
Cleaned, he just washed his hands before he started playing.
Hand wash is very important, actually.
You know, you're not the only person to tell me
planted.
that. Shrug has 3. He doesn't even care. Shrug wants.
Nope.
Shrug wants his ace.
One
He's
enemy
playing shit.
remaining.
He deserves it, but he's not gonna get it. Not even gonna get
2
4.
teammates take it from her.
That's a good team right there. Win
Good
the round
team.
at all
Honestly,
costs.
I feel like 10-4 was just waiting, and once Zoro got the first one, they're like, alright, now I'm free to farm the second eco.
Alright, and that was 2 very clean rounds, very fast from Curse Kings, but he's up against pistols twice, so who knows what could happen. One
Really, who
Bulldog
knows?
and 4 Spectres. On one of
These
the longest
Spectres
range
have to get
maps.
shut down. But I feel like these Spectres might just come sprinting in, and they might really surprise this side of Purple Iris with the pace, or perhaps with a little bit of fake. An ult being dropped on A, and that's caused all the rotates while they're walking through a smoke onto B. B side is open for business, and the Monty is shot in the back. Spike can go down, and that is a beautiful, beautiful strategy for them to try to win this bonus round.
So interestingly enough, that's a strategy that Curse Kings ran twice before the last time they played Light Garden, with different variations of it. So Purple Iris falling to that yet again, that strat that's bested them so many times in the past.
I love when people pull out a fake like that, though. I also love strong retakes, and Purple Iris are making it
Enemy
happen.
remaining.
Spotted out is Shrug, and 10-4 will have nothing to do with this round. They get the spike down. Things got really scary, but
That was
at the end
insane.
of the day,
that
they
was
couldn't hold on.
that was so clean.
Yeah,
I can't believe
45, just don't lose a player.
I mean, why bother? If you don't have to, then why do it?
I know. I mean, if you could just headshot them all, why not do that?
That's the secret to winning, is just
Works.
just click on their player model before they can click on yours. So it is going to be 9-6 here, inching ever closer to this finish line, but it's going to be the first time that we've seen both teams have rifles.
All right. Now, with this rifle by
as well.
Re and mid. This is an interesting group up.
Oh, that was a huge shock dart as well. I think it just barely missed there.
Up so close already. They shut down that owl drone, but now Purple Iris are going to realize where this group was headed, and so they just all fall back. They're rerouting, perhaps into a B take now.
They've had success cracking through this B hold before. Looks like they may want to do it again. It's uncommon that you'll see teams go B this many times in a row. It's obviously this Viper can do so much, but with only one snakebite left, there's only so much delay that they can do from here. It's going to be quite the fight towards mid as well. 3 players with sets of eyes on it. Shrug gets tagged down so low towards mid.
Yeah, still pushing forward though. Doesn't really care, and Minnie's going to get the opening while Shrug. There's one back as well,
30
just
seconds left.
sprinting up into this one. The one snakebite that you mentioned is still coming in key.
Flash
Monty
is
gets that
perfect.
first one, but now they're stuck in a snakebite, and they're taken out. Lenny Kravitz
planted.
at least has one, and now in this 3-on-3, they want to make this retake happen quick, and quick it will be. Froggy
Player standing.
getting one in the side, getting a second, and Shrug instantly traded out. Purple Iris, another great retake. Yes, they lose a couple more players, but they gotta be happy with that one.
Yeah, so it seems that Curse Kings can get on to B, they just can't hold it.
Yeah, it's one of these sites that you need some kind of extra piece of map control. Maybe you need mid, maybe you need someone on the flank. But whatever it is, They haven't had it in these last few rounds. Cursed Kings starting to slip a little bit. Things are getting dangerously close compared to the confident lead that they had.
Yeah, it's going to be seemingly a lighter buy for them here, as it looks like they may just want to death ball into the B site. Definitely a bold strategy to have up against the save.
Get out of my way!
Powerless, shutting them down.
And it is just going to be this fast B take. Frostbite is here, but they know they've been able to shut both of these players down quite frequently. Shrug is going to try and find one, but 10-4 will finally close it out. Namonti goes down, but 10-4 is actually going to fall just after the ultimate ends. The
Good work
timing
from
there is
Lenny.
insane.
And now off of that one, Purple Iris seem to be on for another good retake, though. Zoro and Trisente both trying to shut it down. A pick apiece. Froggy up top has one, but now has to drop down and is caught by Mini. Mini slips out of that Viper's Pit and now back into it, and Lenny Kravitz has to clutch this one out. Swinging around the left side, spray goes wide, and Mini shuts them down. 10 on the board for the Cursed Kings as they finally hold one on B.
Yeah, they're just punching again and again and again in the same spot, and eventually it's going to crack.
Alright. At this point in time, either the Cursed Kings really pull away with it, or Purple Iris begin to have something to say. They might just be saving this one, yeah. Keeping 2,000 credits. Perhaps Lenny can get something done. Perhaps these classics can get something done, or maybe these knives, but really...
Save hurts so bad.
Yeah, and oh no, they've been suppressed. Froggy in such a rough spot has to use the classic and goes down. Frostbite has gotten one on their classic though, making it work.
actually
Pushes
two.
through and gets another.
They're going to have to use this Nightfall as well. And finally, Frostbite's going to go down, but two players are
The
so
Cursed Kings
low.
are so low.
The Nightfall. It's going to be one out of many, but no
That's
more.
it.
And again, another round losing to just the
Yeah.
classics.
That Purple Iris just completely swing this one back. It looked like they had to play up against 11, that they were just going to say, okay, we'll settle for some damage in this one, and instead, that classic play was just, that was something else.
Yeah, just all of the timing's gone wrong there. It's, you know, a couple seconds here or there, and this is an 11-7. Now a 10-8. Scary stuff for the Cursed Kings. And they really read into that A play as well. First time they've gone A in ages.
Revealing area.
So many players there already. Actually, the Viper Wall being used for mid control here. This should
Oh,
be
they're
the
just
read.
splitting.
Yeah, and I like this play. Early damage out.
Enemy mark.
They push through.
Oh, they've got the flash
Yeah,
up, and they
lava
are going to
flash.
push through it.
Yeah, sprinting on up though. Trisente has gotten one, is traded Mini with one on the classic.
The classics again.
Gotta keep an eye out. These classics,
Spike
they
planted.
can be very, very scary as the spike is planted.
Shot dart.
Lenny wants to look into this retake. They're joined up by Froggy.
Look at
Together
Zoro.
as they push up, they will get the opening pick. Now this
Revealing
retake
area.
is very possible. We've seen him do it on B so many times.
Cursed Kings just need to play patiently here, play off of each other. Shrug is going to drop that shot onto Froggy, and the classics aren't going to be there this time. And again, it's another clean retake on B.
Yeah, the great 3K from Froggy. They were the one leading the charge on that one, and it puts Purple Iris in a really good spot. Only one more gun round to win, and they can get advantage over the Cursed Kings here in this final decider map. This is playoffs for anyone that has not read the title, and that means that whoever loses this match is eliminated from VDC. Whoever wins this one goes on. So this is a crucial moment, and it's why they're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, this is it, man. This is the round. If you win this in your Cursed Kings, you're in a great spot, maybe even forcing the save again, being able to spiral that into series point advance to the finals in the very first season of VDC. And on the other end, Purple Iris, they're so close. They win this, they tie it up. They definitely force a save out of Cursed Kings, and then they can take the lead for the first time in this match.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. This is a chance to make history, really, for VDC. Given that this is the first season, I know that when this league was created, they were not expecting this many people to join, but they welcome with open arms everyone who wanted to enjoy this competitive, yet still fun experience of Valorant. And, well, here deep in the playoffs, here on our stream, we can see the culmination of all the hard work that's gone into this league.
Yeah, and what an absolute treat it has been to watch so far. Looks like it's going to be back to bread and butter for Cursed Kings. This B hit, they know that they're constantly an inch away, but Namonti is going to find one through the spam, actually, onto 10-4. One of the initiators down, and that's such a tough pill to swallow. Swinging out now into the Sova drone as well. Just continues to be blow after blow for the Cursed Kings as they're going to catch out Frostbite.
Down mid.
How did they still get one?
I'm completely unsure. Lenny Kravitz tagged down very low, but now a 2v4 situation. We've seen them convert from this position, but Froggy is already coming up. He's right there, but Zoro's going to be able to find it.
And that's again an advantage given away. It's the scary part of Froggy's risky play style. When they take risks like that and it doesn't pay off, it leaves the rest of Purple Iris in a stressful situation. They still have the advantage, 3 players to 2. There's only one person here waiting and a second rotating in, trying to hold the Zoro up close, and is going to lose out that duel. And Namonti, that is a double to lock it down. 10-10. We are all tied up.
I can't believe another match where the team has had to fight from behind. And it's going to be a bit of a force-up here, actually. It's looking like they're thinking about it. Just buying up as much as they can. Trying desperately to get anything, any advantage, any inkling of a hope that they can seal this one out in regulation.
You want to play? Let's play.
Well, that's a torch for us. Sente with it pulled out. Gonna get a tag by Froggy and reveal positioning. Meanwhile, Lenny Kravitz spamming a smoke, not going to get spammed back, and Froggy has gotten the opening. That's one already for Purple Iris, hoping for a second, and Lenny is so close on it.
Oh, Shrug
back
actually.
and forth as everyone's here on A. Shrug's gotten one with that Marshall. Frostbite won and traded. Viper's pit coming through. Lenny, though, well, the pit's going up. They're going to get one, and Drizzy has another. It's all on Mini to try to clutch this one out inside of their own pit. Has one, and is just running through, making the wrap around.
They're lined
no
up.
one seems
They're lined
to be
up.
paying attention, but the spray, it goes wide.
Oh, look at the damage.
Instead of getting the lineup,
Oh,
they're
no
going to go
way!
down. Lenny is ready on that spam, catches them as they try to reposition, and Purple Iris, at this crucial moment, take the lead.
I can't believe how the endings of these rounds are playing out, man. It's just... every single time it seems like somebody's got an advantage, it swings back the other way. I can't believe they line up for him and just not quite enough bullets, not able to get a single frag off of that, and then to just get spammed through the pit is just insult to injury. Mini is playing his absolute heart out in this series.
Really, it's just a classic mistake to split the difference. See 2 people and do damage to both, but not get a kill.
Face your fear!
Looks like there's a lot of early damage, a lot of ultimates coming in, but Froggy is there. He's ready. He's gone down, but Frostbite is answered. Will actually be 10-4 picked up, but dropped almost immediately. Zoro answering back, but the shot, I don't know where that shot's gone.
The dash has gotten to the left. Drizzy's not watching it.
Pushing
planted.
it. Tricente's gonna fall down on his
Enemy
lure.
remaining.
And now Frostbite had the slowest start out of all of them at the beginning of this, but now it's gotta be Shrug. He has to answer back here somehow. Trailblazer's gonna spot him out, but it's gonna be Lenny Kravitz, and now Cursed Kings, their backs are against the wall.
They have to be flawless from this point out, and with the economy where it is, it means they're going to be in an awkward spot for this next one. Spike will be diffused as the Purple Iris achieve match point.
Match
Should
point.
be enough for a buy here, and there is.
Yeah, they're just able to get things, but they might be missing a couple key abilities. Perhaps one player might have to drop down to light armor. Not sure where the compromise will be, but it won't be too bad for them. They've got a shot in this one, and they've got to take it, and they've got to hit it. There is no room for error here on match point of Game 3. The Cursed Kings, they're on attack too, so they have got to be proactive.
It's been so close in so many of these rounds. It's just going to take something a little bit extra to tip the scales.
Everyone's rotating. They can smell this from a mile away.
And Drizzy's already up towards mid with his operator, the operator that's been shutting them down every single round. It looks like they've got a sort of read here. Working their way back up towards mid, but they're going to have to deal with either the operator or Froggy no matter where they go. Shrug has now popped the Blade Storm.
Oh, and
Oh, and
Lenny's
look
pushed
at-
up close. This is an off angle. Does Shrug clear it? Oh, they spot it. But none of the knives will land. There's a couple left, and that ult is going to locate him. Or that dart is, and that ult is going to find Zoro. The first one gotten, but it's a trade back. No one is allowed to pull too far ahead, as Froggy is also one.
Look at
and
10-4.
done from Trisente.
Look at 10-4's position.
In the meanwhile, yes, 10-4 has pushed all the way up.
30
Up
seconds
so
left.
close, might be able to find one in the back. Namonti's not looking. Now as they turn back, they will not be ready for 10-4, who finishes him off. And that is an open avenue into the B site.
But it's B.
Oh, it's
site
B.
that,
We've
the
seen
site
these
that Cursed
retakes.
Kings haven't been able to hold
Spike planted.
more than one single time, and they're going to have to now, or their season's going to come to an end.
Yeah, can they break this curse? Just waiting back. One player playing far away. As there's two tucked into the site, and Frostbite hasn't made any contact. Is piecing together that they are just tucked behind these walls. And as they creep forward, it's going to be all about this opening
Last
duel.
player
A
standing.
flash out, and 10-4 wins that one. So now Frostbite in a near unwinnable situation unless they hit some miracle shots. That is one, but no one is over peaking. No one is biting too hard on this one, and so we should go all 24 rounds in this one as well.
Enemy
Frostbite
remaining.
backing up to save. That damage is crucial. It takes another gun out of the hands of Purple Iris, and it puts the Cursed Kings in a position to bring us OT.
I can't believe we're going the distance again. This is insane. I mean, this is exactly what we could have asked for out of this series. And look at the buy. It's not all there. It's so close to being there, but they're just missing a couple of key pieces. Light armor on Zoro and Shrug. Tricente's got some money left over, but not enough to make a difference in that buy. The ultimate economy is non-existent for the Cursed Kings, and two good ones on the side of Purple Iris. Froggy now popping this Blade Storm. Could get scary fast. They are actually going to do a Halls Crunch for the first time. Lenny Kravitz is going to take the opening duel, and he's going to get one and get out.
Yeah, hearts pounding in this one. And Lenny's gotten them the opening, even spotted more players. Just gonna decide to dip on back out of that one. Now as they push on in, the Shock Dart not gonna do the damage, and Froggy has another one. 10-4 finally trades back, but we're gonna need even more out of these Cursed King players. Only 3 of them left up as they're trying to take into A. The bomb is going to be tapped by Trisente and now stuck. Spike plant comes through, but Drizzy's gotten Zoro. The IGL has to just watch from the sidelines as only 2 players left to try to clutch this one out. 10-4 pushing up close even
Oh,
further,
the
but an
jump!
accidental jump. Oh no, it's all onto Trisente, who's just gotten one. A
And he
second,
can't do it.
but no more. Purple Iris just barely squeezed this one out. It was so close, but they get past the Cursed Kings and continue here in playoffs.
True stuff.
So close and yet so far. Just too many mistakes that added up over the course of 3 grueling maps and 3 grueling hours of play. What an upset. I mean, we saw these teams go at it, like we mentioned a couple weeks ago, and they were able to split it, and it seems that they were able to split it again. But this time, with the extra map added in, even going the whole way, it was Purple Iris closing it out at the very last moment.
Yeah, I think if one little thing goes different, this entire game could have flipped on its head. And just as they pull it out in the end, my head just keeps going back to Froggy, whose aggressive play has been everything, doing so much to just find openings, be the difference maker, and in that one they even helped to close it. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and so it will be Purple Iris moving on to the finals.
All right, making the finals. I'm not sure if we know who they will be facing, whether that game's happening right now, has finished, or will happen in the future. But either way, I'm excited to potentially see these finals play out. We'll get to see even more gameplay from Froggy and co, as that was glorious.
It was really something to be seen, and I could not be more excited to watch the finals.
An unfortunate exit for the Curse Kings, but at the same time, they showed that they're worth their stuff. They didn't go down without a fight, and I mean, really, on another day, I think they could have made those finals as well. So, shout-outs to all of them. Minnie really putting in an effort on that final map, but not able to take it over the line.
Absolutely. No doubt in my mind that they'll be back next season.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's all we've got from us tonight. So thanks everybody that stuck with us. We know it was a long one, but we will see you guys soon for the remainder of the playoffs.
Have a good one.